All right.
Mm.
Last time on Curse of the Crimson Throne, you defeated the false hero Trifacha, who had reportedly been defeating uh, rebels who had supposedly been harming citizens around, but these rebels were in fact fakes! And you dispatched Trifacha and revealed his true nature as a Jinn, or a genie from the Plane of Fire, revealing to everyone that Corvosa's quote-unquote hero was a fraud, and also revealing your presence back in the city for the first time. However, there was little time to dwell on that, as Kier, before the battle, had been transported to the plane of hell, and so a rescue mission was quickly embarked upon, led by Theobard and his contract devil contact. And so you went to the plane of hell, you found Kier, and Theobard had a little side conversation, discovering the queen was working with a devil named Sir Mignato.
Wow, totally forgot that name.
Yes. He also figured out what devil Sir Mignato worked under, Duke of Hell, whose name is escaping me at the moment, but I can look it up if it becomes relevant.
Mhm.
And that was pretty much where we ended it last time. If there's any more information, feel free to put it out there from our party members.
Oh, that was pretty much it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, combat took like half the session.
Mhm.
Indeed. It was not feasible, really, to beat him in a one-on-one.
Mm.
So you guys had to break the rules a little bit, but revealing him washed away any doubt from the onlookers that you were the true heroes of Corvosa. That being said, you have now all been returned to the material plane in the city known as Corvosa. Theobard has gathered a little bit extra information. If you want to rewind and probe for a little bit more, I remember you had your question about Kuthi's, but I think that's all we got
upon
to
reflection, I
there.
don't think that was going to work. My idea was if there was some clever way I could nullify the contract from this side by saying, oh, they're colluding with Chitons, but I don't think that's actually really how hell works, and I feel like Theobard would know that now that I reflect on it. So no, I'm just gonna get some material like paper trail evidence and head on back to Corvosa.
Yes, your contract devil friend does so easily.
But remember,
He
because
snapped his fingers, and you were back in the intersection you were when you had fought Sir Mignato. Or actually, no, you would be back in the house of Zalara Esmeralda, because that's where you left from.
yeah.
You'd probably find a chair to slump down in. Yeah, that was exhausting. Thank you all.
It's just hell. There's worse places.
Yeah, well, you spend a day hiding from demons or devils and see how you feel when the adrenaline wears off. I don't suppose you have any Chilaxian whiskey here.
Can make you think I do.
The dwarf sticks its hand out
That
with
would
a shot
probably be
already
good,
poured.
yes.
Okay, let me look at my spells.
The baby dwarf jumps down, jumps back up towards you, Kier, hands you a shot of whiskey, and jumps down and back away.
Nah. Who gave the baby whiskey? Anyway. Drinks it.
Yeah.
Don't you know that dwarves lactate hard liquor? That was his bottle.
Here we go. Complex hallucination for Kier.
Woo, all the flavor, none of the calories.
Yeah, it causes any force or object they can imagine, including olfactory, tactile, and thermal effects.
So Kier has 2 bottles of alcohol in his hands.
One is real, one is isn't. We only see one of them.
I gotta switch them up real quick on the table without looking.
Well, I'm getting some evidence of Queen Iliostra utilizing a diabolical contract for ground forces. So I intend to deliver that to Cressida. Wasn't there some talk of finding some sap in a tavern at some point?
Yep. Yep. There's
Weren't they
somewhere
also
it's-
saying something
Be
about
clear,
they were trying to get
Gumbo.
us out
You don't-
for?
You don't have the contract. You were able to narrow down Sir Magnato as the only likely devil to be the one working with Ilios.
I know that's what you mean, Michael. The thing is that Theobald has absolutely no issue with just using illusions to fake it, to make it look like they're colluding with
Okay.
devils. Whether it's true or not,
Okay.
this is purely to persuade Cressida to not get up his ass about it.
Also, didn't they say something when we were fighting that guy that teleported Kieran to hell that they were just doing this to get us out of the city for a while? What happened in the day or so we've been gone?
Yeah, to buy time.
So there's something going on that they're.
or
We
they're
probably should
counting
start
down
getting
a-
things quickly done more.
Yeah, that's why I believe we should split up to knock off our minor objectives.
Do you think the statue is more than just a statue? Because that's nearing completion, right?
It's entirely possible it could be a golem, but
Maybe it's a focus. Like maybe she's trying to sacrifice the city. I don't know. She seems like evil enough to do that.
she did try to kill a large majority of it with disease not too long ago.
Eric will turn to Theobald. Think you've got close enough to it, you could be able to detect any potential, I don't know, magical intent behind it, beyond just an inanimate statue?
If it is a ritual focus or a possible future golem, there would be groundwork in the spell work. I would be able to examine it if I was able to get closer. Though it would be hard to believe something like that would fly beneath the notice of the Mages Academy, hacks that they are.
I mean, haven't they kind of locked themselves up for this whole thing?
True.
Yeah, the
Are
whole Academy of Magic. This is called the Academy. Is magically warded and sealed off from the rest of the city. The mages have chosen to go completely hands off and wait for everything to blow over.
Yeah.
Bastard stole my
as
idea.
you called them, hacks.
Mm-hmm.
Like, can you believe they wanted me to go to school there? I feel like I would learn more from Theobald, and he wouldn't teach me.
I keep trying to teach you, then you keep forgetting what I'm teaching you.
What? Oh, sorry, I'm busy right now, old man.
Pulls up her
Her
comics again.
iPad has 4 tabs open.
All playing at the exact same time.
Pulls out smartphone as well. Just
Their Legend of Zelda fantasy iPad.
At least it's not the Tingle Turner.
He's got more endorphin than brain at this point.
But yeah, we should. As an out of character thing, I know that Sophia is gonna go talk to the down on his dumps guard guy that the Rakshasa lady's in love with, trying to get them patched up. So she'll start helping us. What else is there that we needed? The smaller details we need to do.
We had a list somewhere.
I think I put it all in the chat if you guys really don't have anything.
Yeah, players' notes.
No, I thought I was keeping track of it.
Here we go. Trifacha, the dragon, the red mantises need proof that the queen hired 4 assassins. Oh yeah, make contact with the captain of the Grey Maidens, see if we can flip her. The devils. which I have a lead on that one, and then of course killing Iliostra herself.
Who's the Togamore guy again? What was that one? Or what was that on the list of there?
Togamore is the replacement Seneschal of Castle Corvosa.
Gotcha. And then the only other one I don't remember is the Ishani Datri.
Shani Datri is the cleric of Abadar that you guys met in a previous book. He was the one that tried to help the Soldado family with their sick daughter, but he was not permitted to do anything magical for free because of his faith. So he kind of did workarounds with you guys. He went missing somewhere around the Castle Corvosa grounds.
Gotcha. And the church is working with the queen right now, right?
The Church of Abadar has sided with Queen Iliosa, yes.
So we can mark off Quattro Formaggio, because
Yeah.
I think you guys defeated him.
Yeah, we pretty thoroughly thrashed him.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Cheesy bread is dead.
Mm-hmm.
So from all accounts, I can't remember the name of the one, the Rakshasa lady.
Mm-hmm.
Getting her on our side.
I was gonna say, you guys also were told by the captain of the guard, Cressida Croft, that perhaps you could turn the captain of the Grey Maidens to your side.
Yeah.
That's Sabina Marin, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Sabina Marin.
But anyway, what I was thinking of with the Rakshasa lady, because she's has her hand in a lot of pies. Could we maybe, if we can get her on our side, have her see if she can find any information about the Red Mantis that are in the city? Because if anyone could probably find them, it'd probably be someone who works in the underground like she does.
Yep, just need to
Seems like
Get
a
her.
reasonable plan.
talk
Yeah.
her boyfriend off the ledge.
Yeah, that's what my next goal is. I was probably going to go there because it's not. I assume at the end of the day, right? Like we just got back around what, midday, or is it nighttime?
Yeah, it's probably around 6 p.m., I would say.
Oh, he's probably still drinking.
I got a couple castings of invisibility if we want to do some reconnaissance both on the big statue but also closer to the castle to see if we can find either that dragon or the guard captain lady that I believe is usually riding around on the dragon.
Yes.
But I'm not gonna do that alone.
That's why I was like ballparking ideas for like the smaller stuff because some of this I imagine we're going to need to do in bigger groups at least.
Yeah.
You're right, but I figured reconnaissance and talking to sad drunk guy could reasonably be a party split.
Yeah. Yeah, I could go help with the drunken sad guy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'll go to do that. I think I was going to be doing most of the talking for that one anyway.
Mhm.
That seems like right up Sophia's alley.
I'll be the one that allows a minor to get into the bar.
Oh please, like minors don't get into the bars all around here.
Right.
Also, if it's a bar guards frequent, she's probably known enough to know who she is, which could be a good and a bad thing.
Yanderhoff?
So I guess it's Merrick and her going to go see the drunkard, and then the rest. And I know Theobald is going to go. I imagine Little O is going to be going with Sophia and Merrick too, because only one he can talk to is Sophia.
Yeah. Although he probably would be good at reconnaissance. I don't think we've got that level of understanding yet.
Yeah.
All right.
I guess if nothing else, it's Theobald and Chandra on recon.
Mm-hmm.
Enjoy your imaginary glass of whiskey, Care. It's the one on the left. It's actually the one
Thank
on
you.
the right.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Is Kier not going with us?
And it's up to him.
Might as
He just
well.
got-
I guess I'm pre-gaming. So.
Yeah.
Well, it wasn't a bar you were told to go to. You're going to an abandoned guard barracks, which is where you were told Barrick spends most of his time drinking.
Gotcha.
Actually,
That
so
is
it's looking
not
like
cool at all.
not Barrel Walker. I don't know why his title still says
Theobald.
Barrel Walker. Theobald. Is he effectively going alone beyond Chardra?
It seems that way.
Theobart's title still
Okay,
say Barrel
I think
Walker?
Cav seeing
Maybe
that
Merrick goes
Thus,
with Theobald then.
Mm.
Merrick would transition and say, yeah,
Mm.
okay, I'll join you. Yeah, don't want to spread ourselves too thin.
Yep. We can do
I need
the
to change that title card.
It does say
Anyways.
Barrow Walker. We can do the drunk guy first. I'm going to quickly review the spells I have prepared in case I need to do anything clever.
And we haven't rested since hell, right?
Yeah, I don't.
No.
Yeah, I don't
think
believe
so.
so. No.
Okay. Okay, so I'm still fatigued. Just making sure.
All right. We will start with our group heading to the barracks. You find them rather easily, and upon opening the door, you do find Varric among strewn maps and reports, and more than anything else, empty bottles, and it doesn't look like he's slept in a while. Doesn't necessarily notice you as you come in.
Mhm.
Yeah, Sophia will come in. She's not subtle or quiet. She just bursts in the door as soon as she sees him. Like, hey there, friend. Seems like you're down on the dumps.
Oh, it's you. Don't tell
Well,
me she sent you.
Depends on which fee you mean.
Yeah. I know exactly why you're here. And no. I don't know whether I want you to convince me she's a monster or convince me she isn't.
so I guess the question is, does it matter to you if she is or isn't? Because I gotta be honest, if somebody would be willing to save you over their own brother, either way, that does show that they care about you an awful lot, I imagine. Like, even you have to see that, right? Like, she risked it all for you, quite literally.
Mm-hmm. And having seen her, she's not handling it much better than you are, it seems.
You know, I wish that I was angry. That would have been easy, but and if she had just been completely evil, I could have hated her. If she'd just been manipulating me the whole time, I could have just hated her, and if I, I could have just left it at that. But you know what? The part that fucks me up is that she actually cares about me.
And then Sophia's like, kind of like, goes up closer to him, like, listen, I'm not sure if you know who my dad is. He was also a guard in the city. You saw his ghostly visions before. He's not out right now because it scares the locals. But my dad, Luca, met my mom. They met when he arrested her because she was a pickpocket, a thief, essentially. And while it's not as drastic as a distinction between you and your lady, which, granted, that is a very big distinction, they still found a way to make it work, and I'm here because of that. Are you going to deprive yourself of the chance to be with this person just because you're nervous or afraid? Like, if it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. But I feel like the groundwork has been established from both of you at this point. Also, we saved you over a fucking vigilante that could have helped this city, man. Put the bottle down. And I will give a diplomacy check to see how well I do.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Did it roll?
Yep, 42.
Mhm.
Yeah.
You have the answer to the life, universe, and
Universe
everything.
and everything, yeah.
Fine. I'll talk to her. Okay. But after this, I don't owe you guys anything. Not naive enough to think your group is doing this because you want to see the happy couple get back together.
Well, I mean, there's an ulterior motive, but when I heard of a bad romance gone sour, listen, I've read so many books about it, and I just had to weigh in a little bit here.
Yeah.
Look, what can I say? I'm a romantic.
To be straight, I don't particularly care for the Arcanas myself, but they have offered, or she has offered her help in removing the Queen. Should we at least talk to you?
Okay. Well, if it helps at all getting rid of this problem, I'll see what I can do. Okay.
Although before you do, and Sophia pulls out, I'll say 25 gold. Buy yourself something nice to wear. Get her some goddamn flowers or something, and go. At least be civil and try to mend bridges. Don't go in there empty-handed and just be a jerk. And then she should like shove the money into his hand.
Yeah, flowers. That's what I'll do with this money. He pockets it.
If I find out you buy booze with the money, I'm literally sending my ghost dad to go beat you up.
Yeah, I mean, it could be given to booze to the lady.
We
That's
just come in
acceptable.
and they're both blackout drunk together.
Mhm.
But yeah, I imagine that'll
Yeah.
be resolved another day. We won't just go over there and she's magically better now, but the groundwork's there.
Yeah. Want to Theobard, what does your reconnaissance look like?
All right. So, at Merrick's offer, we're gonna loop back to that big statue. Now, was that one under construction or something?
Yeah, there are several statues, but there's a very large one that's being built right now.
Okay. I have invisibility and greater invisibility prepared, so myself and one other person, we can probably get close enough to the big statue to examine it.
Yeah.
Do we want to
Yep.
fly up, or do we want to just walk up invisible?
Well, once again, I only have 2 spells,
Right.
so
true.
you, me, plus Hippogriff, that's 3.
That's true.
I mean, I guess out of character, I could cast invisibility on Shardra, and she could just, piggyback carry me up there. But I don't think Theobard would do that.
No.
Could ride side saddle on the hippogriff.
Yeah, but then it would just be either a just random hippogriff or one person flying in the air like Wonder Woman
Yeah.
on her invisible jet.
Yeah. Nope. Valid. All right.
So I'll just, for the records, invisibility and invisibility. All right.
Well, hold on. Greater invisibility only lasts.
Oh yeah, you're right. That one doesn't last. It only lasts rounds. All right. Well then, just prepare to do something stupid if it goes badly, and I will invisibility get close enough to examine the statue myself. Because I don't have.
right.
Wait, hold on. Do I have a scroll of?
We'll just try to find like an alley that's close to the statue.
Yeah, hold on. Scroll of Mindscape, Major Armor, Invisibility, Outdoor okay, I do have one Scroll of Clairvoyance, but I think we'll need that in a minute for something else.
So I'll just roll stealth just to be hidden while he's out doing that too.
I'll roll my
Alright.
stealth, and this is without the invisibility factored in. So that would be 20 higher with the invisibility, if I remember correctly.
I
Yeah, that
think
would be
10
41.
higher, because I think 20 is when you're not moving. Well, no, because you leveled up. Well, you are higher level now, so. Nope, you're right. Plus 20 if the creature is moving.
Yeah, it's
Plus 40 if.
41.
Yep.
Yeah,
It'll
doesn't
last
seem
for-
like anyone noticed you as you approach the statue.
All right. And then I will use spellcraft to identify if there's any sort of magical ritual shenanigans going on here. I guess detect magic too, because that won't break my invisibility. Now I think about it, because it's not an offensive spell. But Shindig, 42. Give me the answers to the universe.
What's the second 42?
Well, the statue itself is not magical.
Mhm.
So any ritual significance it would have to be done after the fact. But there's not much you can tell from the statue itself being an inert piece of rock.
Gotcha. With that in mind, I will then creep back to Merrick. The statue does appear to be an inert rock. It does not seem to be a part of a ritual component from here. It's not impossible, but the groundwork would need to be more laid than that. While we're over here on this side of the city, we should creep closer to the palace and see if we can't spot that dragon and the captain of the guard. I can always use this scroll of clairvoyance to get a closer look at them.
All right, we can do that.
And I guess we'll just find an inconspicuous place in the blocks surrounding the palace, because we're looking for something airborne, so it's not like we need to be right up on it.
Yeah.
And just see if they are out and about, and if there's any sort of regular interval for them coming out, or if they touch down anywhere outside of the palace where we could jump them to have a friendly, violent conversation.
Diplomacy.
Or else.
So how long are you guys waiting?
Sundown, I guess?
For me. Yep.
Okay.
Don't really have anywhere else to be though. Fortunately, I'm fatigued, so not immediate hurry to fall asleep. But if it's too boring, I could see
I
myself.
still got
driving
some
those.
got teleport locked and loaded, so if
Yeah.
feces hits the whirling blades, we can just out of here.
Okay. Then yes, probably around sundown, you would see, uncharacteristic of what you've noticed, actually, you probably would have been able to notice at some point the dragon flying around the city itself, as it would be pretty noticeable. But around sundown, you see it dart towards the Gray District.
Gotcha. That's not good. We should get back now.
Or just mundane walk.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like we should teleport.
But yeah, if we got a few minutes between whenever, I could make a lesser rest or take fatigue off you.
I'll take us back to the resistance hideout.
All right. You get there before the dragon arrives. I will say you guys are actually pretty close to the Great District as well, our other group.
Mm.
Merrick, Sophia, or not Merrick, Sophia, Kier, and I'm
Little
not sure
O.
where Little O.
Little O.
Yeah, Little O with you guys, yeah.
Yeah.
But
Mm-hmm.
He
you
probably
would also see that
pocketed some of those
dragon.
bottles of booze.
You guys also around sundown see that dragon dart towards the Grey District.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I am going to have to take a minute to summon Luca, and he's going to carry me to fly. So hopefully you guys can keep up because this seems dangerous.
Yeah, I can chug my fly potion and get a 60-foot speed. So
I mean, I could probably carry Little O. He's probably not that big.
Mm.
Like Luca could probably carry both. His strength is like, I think 32 at this level. Yeah.
Mm. But yes, we're making haste.
All right.
Not to be confused with
So,
Kate.
dusk comes upon the Grey District. The battle with Trifacha has only recently ended. You guys see exhausted citizens emerge cautiously from their homes and cellars, staring in disbelief at the dragon closing in on the Grey District.
Mm-hmm.
Color did you say it was?
Hmm?
Did you give the color? I think I missed that.
Oh, it is a black dragon.
Okay.
Aren't they always?
But I imagine
Closing.
Theobald, Merrick, Shardra, and the Hippogriff just kind of teleport into the middle of the Resistance War Room. I mean, I guess I can give the 1d100. This is kind of important, isn't it? Pretty sure that's on target. Yeah, no, that's on target for everything that isn't a false destination, so.
All right. You hear a deep, thunderous beatings, the wings of this dragon, and people look upward, faces pale, and our secondary group that is outside of the hideout. You hear children begin crying, you scream as the shadow grows larger and larger over the Grey District until it blots out the evening sun. And the dragon descends,
Mm-hmm.
massive and black and ancient. Its scales look like obsidian, and acid drips from its jaws in long green strands that hiss wherever they strike the stone. The creature circles once above the district, twice, and then settles upon the spire of the Temple of Pharasma. The dragon lowers its head and reveals its single rider, Sabina Marin, the commander of the Grey Maidens, the Queen's Shadow. For now, the dragon watches the district with unblinking yellow eyes, and it waits Sabina surveys the crowd around them.
Mm-hmm.
What the survey?
Yeah.
I'm waiting for you guys.
Yeah. So is Cressida in the lair when I
She
teleport
would
in?
be, yes.
I appear and say, "All right, I'm going to assume that getting paid a visit by a black dragon isn't normal for this lair.
No, it is not.
Then you've been found out. They're above us right now."
Damn it.
You need to get together everyone you can and get them out of here. I don't have the magic to move that many people, so I'm better off simply buying you time. The orphan and his bird are here. We'll see what we can do, and I'm sure the other idiots will be along shortly. If at any point you see us or the dragon or anyone drop unconscious, just keep moving.
Now start the evacuation.
Mm-hmm.
Gather everyone we can and find a new hiding spot.
Yeah, as I'm flying in, I'm gonna drink resist energy acid,
Mhm.
and as I get closer to actual combat range, my greater invisibility. So
I can't do it to everyone because we're not all together, but I am
Mm.
going to, once we start getting close to where it's at, going to cast communal protection from evil on the three of us.
Oh, I'll as we're going up, I will cast communal protection of evil on the rest of us that are separated.
Yeah. 1 sec. Let me.
Level are we? 15.
Evil. I'll go ahead and, as we're making our way to join back, encounter this. I'm going to cast Aspect of the Falcon and Gravity Bow on myself.
mm-hmm.
And Iron Skin, just to be safe.
Yep. I'll drop a mirror image as well. Those are my only buff spells that can be reasonably in time. What's it at this level? 1d4, a maximum of 8. All right.
And I'll cast Strong Jaw on Nimbus.
Lolo
Hey.
would go ahead and activate his boost with flying.
7 mirror images. All right, Orphan, I'm saying this as we're walking through the lair. If we're going to convince the guard captain to come to our side, you're going to need to do that more than me.
All right, I'll do my best.
My primary concern is going to be containing the
Jesus.
damage.
Can you guys hear that awful sound coming from outside?
Only when you talk,
Little
yeah.
bit.
Yeah.
God damn it.
Is that a trash truck?
I don't know what it is. I think it's my neighbors doing something. I don't know.
It's the alarm
Maybe
going
it's a
off
saw?
in the layer.
Mm.
The warning klaxon.
I suppose.
No
Though I do
warning,
feel like
movie
this will be
sailor.
dreadful to listen to. How loud is it? Can I turn up my mic sensitivity or something?
It's a
background.
little background, but I can hear you just fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, you sound fine. Is it like electronic?
Yeah, it sounds like a saw to me.
I was
Sounds
thinking,
like
I was thinking
doing
leaf blower
something
from
outside.
my end.
No, it's fine.
Yeah. But I'm pretty close out here. Alright.
Mm.
Well, if it won't be too distracting, we'll continue on.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, so I heard some of you are going invisible. How many of you are making your presence known?
I have not cast any invisibility. I did
Yeah.
mirror image and protection from evil.
Yeah,
Miracle.
I just did protection from evil on the group of us. So technically, I think everyone in the party is protection from eviled up.
Mm.
Sabina used to be a Sable Company, right? Or no?
Indeed.
It did.
Or no,
Okay.
she was sorry, not Sabina. She's the personal bodyguard of the queen.
Okay.
So she has been vouched for by Cressida in her wanting to stop the more egregious acts of the queen where she can.
Because I remember that like the first wave of her Grey Maidens was originally the women of the Sable Company.
Yes. Yes, but the one who leads them was not.
Okay, all right, understood.
She has always been the queen's personal bodyguard.
If you buy me one full
Alright.
round, I've got a plan. It's a
Hmm.
little bit bullshit, but it's the kind of bullshit that I think Michael will be okay with.
I'm down to stall and try to talk her out of whatever
So how
her
how are we
allegiance is.
approaching? How are we approaching?
If we could get to because I think if we could get to the main temple chamber and just be there waiting when she comes in.
She's surveying the courtyard, so she's probably waiting
Indeed.
outside.
Wait, is she riding the dragon?
Yep.
Indeed.
Yeah, okay, that's what I thought.
Do you
Yeah. Just need to be within 600 feet.
do you have a means of communicating with the others, make sure that they're aware of the situation?
Let's see.
Where they're at?
I don't have sending paired. I mean, I could throw up the orphan signal again, but that would really alert everyone to where we are.
Yeah, no need to do that. Especially since
Also
it doesn't
hurts
really
his
indicate anything. Right? I'm already here. I know what's going on.
Real story. Briefly considered making a sign that said orphan on it to greet Loki at the airport as a joke, but then I realized there might be some other stuff going on there. That's probably a bad
Oh
thing.
God! If some other kid,
Can you
dude
imagine
just walks straight.
some kid comes up to you?
See that's why you write in Elvish.
So now you have to do that, right?
Maybe on the other side of the sign.
Right.
She continues to wait. Who approaches first?
All right. Yeah, I think hoping that the others will get there in time, but Merrick's going to, step out and make his presence known.
All right. As she spots eyes on you, she would say, "No, there you are. The Queen has requested you and your compatriots' presence."
For what purpose?
She wants to speak with you. I would advise accepting.
I mean, we know how that worked out for the Sable Company.
The audience is to occur immediately. The Queen has guaranteed safe passage. The alternative is considerably less pleasant.
Imagine she kind of notions towards the dragon and perhaps the crowd.
Mhm.
Because do you say there's a gathered crowd or no?
Some are running away, some have
Okay.
just steeped in defeat. There are now
Mhm.
plenty of people you would recognize as the rebel soldiers
Mhm.
running out of the district.
Is it just me, or is it intended for the fuller group?
All of your members, those who are still alive.
Just me here at the moment.
And
We
the
will wait.
8 Theobards behind a tombstone over there.
Oh, I thought you were hidden and doing something. hidden.
No,
All right, no, okay.
We're stalling
Okay.
is what we're doing.
Okay.
I
So-
want to wait till the rest of the group gets here because I have a spell that will be extremely helpful for this, but it would involve ensnaring all of us in it. So I want to
Okay.
make sure I get the full kit and caboodle.
Okay, then I would say it's just the two of us at the moment. The others are most
I will
likely
say,
on
had
their
the
way.
Queen just wanted to
And
lure
charger.
you out and destroy the rebellion, you wouldn't have asked me to wait nearly this long for your presence.
If you've got a few moments longer, I think that's probably about as long as it'll take for the rest of the group to get here. No doubt your ride has caused quite the stir around the city. It's not exactly subtle.
That was the intent. We had no better way to contact you.
So why are you helping her? What is your gain out of all this? What are your rewards for this?
We can discuss my motives when I know your party members aren't about to emerge from nowhere and slay me.
Very well.
So as a 6'5" ghost dad just is flying beeline to the grave with
Yeah.
a child.
With
I can't
two-
imagine Luca's going in a way that's stealthy if anyone has like decent perception at all. So I imagine the dragon would see us coming earlier than anyone.
Indeed.
Could I give little O a flying stealth roll?
Sure. If it's going to be a penalty on that.
Yeah, I just was thinking, like, could he be flying behind Ghost Dad? Probably not, because they'd see straight through him.
Well, he's not transparent.
He's translucent.
We'll see if that helps any.
I mean, I feel like that's like a -20.
Yeah.
I
Flying
mean,
with
what do they
nothing
care?
to hide
They
behind.
just see a literal child. It's not like they're concerned about a child.
Well, he's flying.
They don't know
with
you.
hand-
They don't know
I'm sure
you're
they
feral.
even know who you are. But
Yeah,
he's flying with hand-out Superman style, so it's probably
So
ominous.
many of the people of this party are just children.
it's so
Yep.
funny.
Yep.
It's turned out that way.
There's
It's
a
small
ver-
child.
There's a very real argument that it's just Theobald, Merrick, and Kier could go to this meeting and they would genuinely believe that's everyone.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, on that note, the new season of My Adventures with Superman actually had a really good gag in it that it was Halloween and kids showed up at his door dressed as a bird, a plane, and Superman.
Yep, I did remember seeing that. That show's got a lot of charm.
But yes, she will wait for the rest of you to arrive.
Mhm.
Can't imagine we're that far out if we saw the dragon fly into it.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Again, I don't think at least Luca and Sophia would be able to stealth per se, so it's obvious
Yep.
that they'd be showing up.
You see Merrick and Sabina Marin waiting for you.
And Theobald, and Charger, and a hippogriff.
Mm-hmm.
As Theobald made his presence known.
Yeah, I'm
Well, there's
kind
8
of
of them.
I'm kind of to the side, and there's 8 of me.
Okay.
If she questions me on it, I'm gonna say you showed up riding a dragon. I think some precautions are not unreasonable.
Yeah.
Yeah, as soon as Sophia would land, she'd just look. She wouldn't be as close as Merrick is, probably. But she'd be like, so are we talking to the dragon now? Is that what's happening?
Not the dragon rider there, the Queen's guard. She's we've been granted an audience with the Queen and given a what you said was a promise of safety, of hospitality. What's
Yeah. That isn't by I yell up at the dragon. That isn't perhaps notarized by a devil, is it?
I'll even take a fey.
You have only my word that you will arrive at the castle unharmed, and that there is no trickery afoot. The Queen simply wishes to have a word.
You said we were going to arrive unharmed. Are we going to leave unharmed as well?
Again, if the Queen wanted to simply kill you at this moment, this would not be her approach.
Okay.
That wasn't an answer.
I've known
In
her for
Dwarvish.
quite a long time.
She would just speak to the low in Dwarven, like, something stinks, and it's not just the dragon up there.
I can lock all of us into a conversation she can't get out of, if that's what we want to do, instead of going to this meeting.
It sounds like if we don't go to this meeting, things are just going to get even more complicated.
I mean, not if they're all dead.
Well, if you can lock her, but what about the dragon?
Yeah, dragon too. Easy, all of us.
I don't know if I trust Dragon Lady.
Is Dragon Lady the one we're trying to convert?
Yes.
Yes.
But meanwhile, we still need to deal with Dragon.
Probably.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's
One
it.
for
Two of the points on your list.
Mm-hmm.
Can I do a sense motive on her just to kind of, see? Yeah, no, this is a trap. Totally.
I think
go ahead.
she believes it's not a trap.
Right.
I
Yeah.
genuinely believe she believes that. I just think it is a trap.
But if she does already express doubt for the queen, or at least a wavering loyalty,
I mean, that's like putting your balls on a cutting board, hoping the guy with a knife is squeamish.
right?
I'm sorry, what?
She is speaking honestly, Merrick.
You heard
Okay.
me, Cope.
That was
You just-
terrible. I can't
You know
even
the
laugh at
exact
that.
emotion I'm trying to convey.
I'm gonna need to process that.
I'd work around to where Theobald is
Mm.
invisible and be like, oh, what are we going to do? I don't have terribly long on this spell of invisibility. I don't trust that we'd be able to leave.
Hey,
Oh no,
Sophia.
I don't think we should go.
Yeah.
Like,
All right. You will need to stall her and the dragon for approximately 10 seconds while I lay the groundwork of a spell. Do we want to only talk, or do we want to have the ability to slay the dragon afterwards? Pick now.
Slay dragon.
All right.
Well, yeah. I feel like that's if we're going to do something like this.
All right. So I would like to sort of like casually step back to the back of the group, and I am going to start trying to cast a full round spell. Hopefully, someone can do some talkie to distract
Yeah.
her for the
Merrick.
one round.
I was actually gonna have an
yeah.
idea if no one else does.
I will
Yeah,
roll a
please,
stealth
Sophia.
because this is obviously the usage of a stealth to try to cast a spell without being noticed in the thick of it.
Mm-hmm.
Merrick
I'm gonna
will
stick back
strategically
into the
place
air.
or shift Nimbus.
I will tap a hero point to give myself a +8, which I will have factored in. That's not good. I don't believe I can tap another one to re-roll it, so hopefully someone can stall.
Yeah. Sophia in Sophia fashion would raise her hand. Question for the Dragon Rider lady.
Give me just a second, because she's definitely going to roll perception.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, very fair.
And the dragon as well. We'll have him roll first, because his stats are just readily available here.
Mm-hmm.
And probably way higher than hers.
Mhm.
It's a dragon after all. I don't really know the age of this dragon, so I don't know how big it is. Yeah.
Yeah, no, that checks out entirely. I only just need a single round.
Just checking something real quick. Back to the sheet. Check the wording of this really quick.
Hope this works, because this will be the coolest usage of this.
That wouldn't work. Yeah, in that case, the dragon will simply check one more thing to make sure it's something they can do, because I often get these rules wrong. Yes. He is going to cast Darkness centered on the Temple of Pharasma.
An issue?
And he will fly 200 feet away.
Also, not an issue.
As he notices that it's a trap.
Mm-hmm.
It's a trap.
And as she flies up, she says, what's this dragon's name? Zarmangaroth says that you are deceiving us. Your caster is preparing a spell. Is this what the queen gets for offering hospitality?
You've given us no word about why we should trust you. You have no way to ensure our safety. Why should we trust you? You've yet to say anything about that.
Well, Theobald, if you're going to cast your spell, they're 200 feet further away than they were before.
And how far away were they before?
They were on the top of the church, weren't they?
So like 200 feet away then. And then an additional 200 feet, right?
I'm just
I can
asking.
say that.
Cool.
It's a big
No
ass
problem.
church.
I've got a range of 600 feet on this, so I am going to cast Create Greater Mindscape, targeting both of them, myself and the entire party, as I pull us all into an illusory demiplane that looks exactly like where we are now. There's literally a seamless transition. Until you interact with the world, you have no idea you've entered an illusion world. While in reality, we all drop unconscious, including the dragon. There is no saving throw.
Would it fall?
Now
Your
I can
macro
choose.
says will disbelieve CDC 25.
Yeah, but if you read the lines of Create Mindscape, it says they only get the save when they interact with it.
So would that be if he tried to land on the church?
Tried to land on the church or do anything that, or fly beyond the realms of the gray, because I think I can only cast a limited size. This is now. I want to be very clear what I'm trying to do with this, Michael. Is this is not an instant win spell. I pulled us all into there, and now we're in a little private demiplane where there won't be collateral damage for the resistance to get away. Is my thing. The only thing I could do is I could turn off magic entirely in here, but that would go badly for us because that's a dragon. So I'm not doing that.
Okay.
The
You
entire
all
point.
arrive in the mindscape.
Now, they don't know that. Oh yeah, I have to set a dreamlike way that you could know to get out of it. So I'll say the way to escape the mindscape is to hit the ground while falling at terminal velocity. Classic falling and hitting the ground to wake up from a dream. That seem fair? It's not a needle in a haystack type of thing.
Suppose.
Cool.
Is that all of us? As
Yes. Everyone.
Okay.
Including your hippogriff. And I can create up to 15 believable creatures in the mindscape, so some of the citizenry that did not run away are still here. It's likely that none of you guys knew that you just went into a mindscape either.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Out of character, this is because Theobald's top priority right now is to make sure that the Resistance and, more importantly, Cresta have a clean getaway. So right now, that dragon just fell like 400 feet straight down and face planted, which means he's totally fine because of Pathfinder falling damage.
Right.
But it'll definitely
So
buy time.
why does he fall?
Because he's unconscious.
And he was in the air.
Oh, okay.
His dream self
Gotcha.
doesn't fall.
His dream self doesn't. His real life body does. To be fair, all the rest of us are prone now as well.
Yeah.
So,
Invulnerable.
yes.
Well, I would
Mer-
say whatever you're gonna say because right now they're on the outs.
Yeah,
Mhm.
Merrick would just kind of look around and shrug, and then Sophia and just like, I don't know, could we talk, like, talk to her specifically? Like,
I'm not sure if I knew what I said, but basically she was calling out that why do we have any trust in any of the things you say? You haven't given us any reason to be trusting of your requests. As far as I know, as far as we know, there's no guarantee that the queen isn't just going to kill us on sight.
yeah, and Merrick would just kind of look around like, nothing changed, okay, whatever, he must have stopped, okay.
Yeah, Theobald's no longer casting.
I don't think you understand. The Queen wants to meet with you face to face. I will escort you to her chambers. You will have, if she were to try anything, you would have just as much success as she would.
Except for the million things in that castle that would try to kill us.
I wonder if they'd be able to get to her chambers in time.
Well, if it was
So if you never go, you will never know if this entire war could have been stopped with words instead of blood.
Theobald will step up, obviously no longer casting a spell, and say, "You will have to forgive our trepidation. We tend to disbelieve the honest intention of someone who hired a cadre of Red Mantis assassins to pursue us across the world."
Or a queen that's literally possessed.
Stick with the Red Mantis assassin thing.
Okay, so Sophia would have said that under her breath anyway, because she wasn't sure if they even know that, or they would, or if they got it. Yeah, like she would say it out loud, but like just kind of under her breath, being like, "Sorry, I was trying to say it that way, but it didn't come out that way."
You tried to overthrow the sovereign government of Corvosa. Precautions needed to be taken to prevent that.
We tried to cure a plague.
Enough.
Yeah, why did the queen
I
release a plague
understand.
into the city?
Why'd she kill
That
the
would be
Sable
news
Company?
to me.
Publicly.
Merrick, why don't you answer that question? Surely you know of the treachery the Sable Company was planning.
I know nothing of that. All I know is they were slaughtered in the courtyard while they met with the queen.
During their assassination attempt on Queen Iliosa.
Which she somehow regenerated from. That's also an issue, by the way. That seems weird.
Try to stop her grab of authoritarian power of the
Your
city.
wizard can. This is a monarchy we live under, Merrick.
Oh, I know. But taking out the old guard, I mean, you already stripped a good chunk of our staff and made them into I don't even know what anymore. What do you do to wipe the minds of your fellow Grey Maidens?
Mind wiping has nothing to do with it. It seems you've all made a great deal of assumptions on the type of woman both I and Queen Iliosa is. Yes, the Sable Company was disbanded and destroyed, but only after they tried to kill the Queen. And those who could be redeemed and were still loyal were brought to the Grey Maidens to continue service.
I mean, it is a little suspicious that all those who are still loyal are all women, right?
That was a personal request at Queen Iliosa. She wanted the guard to be made up of only females, yes.
Then what happened to the loyal male ones?
The ones who survived their assassination attempt, I assume, fled into the wind like young Merrick here.
Assume?
I don't know.
You're her right
Perhaps
hand.
there are some
Shouldn't you, of all people, know? You know where to find us. You're clearly the most well-informed of us all, and you don't know? Are you even aware of the diabolical contracts that the Queen has signed?
The Queen has made certain arrangements, yes, though she has been pushed to these dealings as a result of those trying to overthrow her. This is why meeting with her is the best thing to do. Hash out your disagreements. Come to a clear point of understanding with each other. Stop the useless fighting that will destroy this entire city.
Push to it. She's clearly not the losing side here. You're on a fucking dragon. We had homeless people living in a graveyard. If anything, she's punching down.
Do you know how long we knew that they were there?
I don't know, 2 months?
Longer than you've been back in the city. With an order, they could have been destroyed. It is only now that you've returned that the Queen feels the need to take action.
Apart from,
Be the
or is
liaison between the two groups.
well, I'm sure it also makes it a little bit more pressure now that her smear campaign against the resistance is gone and revealed for what it is.
Also, one might argue that the resistance was the bait to bring us out, since she apparently thinks that we're the only threat. Air quotes. Also, is there by any chance you could land the fucking dragon? It's straining my throat yelling 400 feet up to you. This is a little obnoxious. I'll just do a shitty
that we've come to an agreement.
Shitty diplomacy. Here we go.
Speak.
Yeah.
If you're going to refuse the Queen's audience, then I can return to the castle, and the war can continue as it has.
We'll kind of look at the others. I mean, I think we all know I'm the most suicidal out of us all. And I am curious.
Well, I mean, no one can leave now.
Well, we don't know.
You don't know why Theobald said
Yeah,
that.
no. America would kind of give you a kind of quirked brow, but not really follow up on it.
Look, honest question. I yell back up. Do you think things are going well in the city?
And don't say because
I
the
don't think
rebels.
anyone thinks things are going well in the city, Theobald.
And why do you think that is?
We're in a state of civil war. No nation can survive such a thing, not as the way it was. Compromise needs to be made, which is my point.
And there's no greater compromise than 100-foot tall statues of oneself.
I will be the first to admit the Queen has eccentric ideas of what the workforce should be put to labor doing in these times.
Oh,
You don't know what she's up to, do you? Time for Theobald to
Explain.
bluff his this is why I put all my points into bluff, because time to bend the truth, motherfucker. Do you have any idea why we were out of the city for so long? Because you clearly knew that we were gone.
I've been told it's just something to do with the magical artifact the Queen has been in possession of since she took power.
Not entirely incorrect. I had an academic interest in that history of the supposed madness of the previous monarchs of Corvosa. And so, we started hunting out some leads far afield, founded by Red Mantis assassins the entire way, unfortunately. Way to turn a simple academic excursion into a bloody affair. However, we discovered that the Queen seems to have fallen underneath the sway of a primordial evil. Are you familiar with Kazevon?
Yes, I know the name.
Oh, from history books or more recent experience?
He is what powers the Queen's magical crown, which I'm sure you've deduced at this point. Given that you've returned from your excursion, I would bet you've found what you were looking for.
Yes. Knowledge that Kazevon is seeking to retain the material form of the world and inflict terror and death, far eclipsing the events of the Battle of Burning Tree. And that the Queen is being manipulated into being his pawn. Even members of the Zon-Kuthon clergy that we met in Karamaga along our journey, even amongst the creed of them, the cruelty of Kazevon is legend, distasteful even for them, a being of true darkness.
A being so powerful that he could never be truly slain, which is why the Queen uses his power. You realize that she has never had a fair shake at running this city. The first revolution started moments after she took power. The
But
riots and rebellions that lit this city ablaze when the king died.
But do you truly think that this thing that she is using for power has her best interests at heart? I'm just gonna throw out a bluff here. Because I feel like I'm trying to go the emotional manipulation of, no, we want to actually save the Queen when you think about it, which is definitely not my MO.
who do you think has the handle on the leash? The one who wears the crown or the one who powers it?
You said yourself that she's been eccentric. How much of these traits are hers? Come to think of it, Merrick, didn't you meet the Queen once before after the last king passed?
Yeah, brought a brooch to her personally.
Didn't she seem different than her recent edicts?
Very much so. Like, it completely threw me off with how she started directing things. I mean, my family from me entirely, Jesus.
Then I think you would be very interested in speaking to her now. But
Queen,
yes,
sure,
it is
but not
not
Kazakh.
unknown to
Yeah.
me. It is not unknown to me that Kazaivan seeks to exert his influence on the world once again, but he has no presence in the material plane as of now. The Queen
Apart from the one
harnesses
who
her
wears
power,
his
she
crown.
uses it to her ends.
You sure?
There is not even a smallest sliver of doubt in your heart?
Has she always been obsessed with statues of her likeness? Has she
I
always dreamt that this is the world she sought to build? You said you'd known her for a long time.
Queen Iliosa has always been vain. But this is the first time she has been queen. She is trying to exert her authority over her realm to stop the rebellions,
Oh,
to
come
make
now.
people submit to her as the only sovereign ruler of the land.
Oh, come now. You're smoking that copium. You're not daft. You're not stupid. You see the truth. But you're telling yourself that you know otherwise.
You're literally riding on an evil dragon. No offense, dragon.
After your various attacks on city infrastructure, steps needed to be taken.
What attack on infrastructure? The only thing we've done since we've got back is kick the shit out of a Jin who was doing street performances.
Your assault on the Longacre building or Death Head Vault, some of which succeeded, some of which did not.
The
But
Death's Head
you lot are the closest that have come to undoing Queen Iliosa.
which is saying something considering that all of those things failed. And we only attacked the Death's Head Vault because the Red Mantis assassins were based there and they were trying to kill us. Once again, I'm going to roll a bluff for that. We were there for other things. We just discovered the Red Mantis assassins at the same time. Half truths.
The best kind of truths.
Yep. I'm not.
Iliosa leads those who are loyal to the crown, and like it or not, you lot are the leaders of the rebellion. The only way any of this comes to a peaceful end is for us to stop fighting, sit down, and have a conversation.
It seems like you want a monologue, not a dialogue. For you are closing your eyes to a mounting pile of evidence.
How much loyalty is just ignorance?
I never thought I would be called ignorant for trying to bring things to a peaceful end, though it is becoming increasingly clear that is not our goal.
I do believe your affection for the Queen is blinding you to her own well-being. Your unwillingness to see beyond your own propaganda is endangering her life, a clear dereliction of your own duty.
The Queen, I'm told, is willing to offer major concessions to your group. What does one do when even compromise is met with hostility?
Do you see any blades drawn right now? You're the one riding the acid-breathing dragon. People tend to be
You
defensive.
told
when
me
you
a
press
moment ago you were preparing a spell.
Am I casting? Gesture around. You can hardly
Things
blame
are
an
never as
old
they seem
man
with you.
for being intimidated by a dragon. People tend to be defensive when you put a blade to their throat. Austerity. Out of character, I'm kind of running out of ammo here. Like,
Yeah, I'm not sure how we.
that was the most
Where we go
solid
from there.
argument I could think of, was trying to use the
Yeah.
affection of the queen. There's like, no, we have the best interest at heart, and that apparently equals shit of Jack.
Yeah.
So I don't know, man. I guess we just kill the dragon and kidnap this lady. Like,
I'm not blind. I can see that you have the interests of the city at heart. You are good people.
What is the power that she's getting from the crown that's worth her consorting with Kazeban?
Why don't you ask her yourself?
It sounds like a lot more suicidal to say it, ask her to her face, than for you, who's been there at her side the entire time and endorsing her actions.
I do not endorse everything the Queen has done. I'm simply able to see things from her perspective, because I've been there for her entire rule, at her side when every single decision was made.
Or your objections to things she did not endorse?
You are asking me to speak out against the Queen?
Oh, I'm curious of where your moral lines are. Because you said you didn't endorse. I'm curious what specifically was something you would not have, or how you would not approach something. Where's your line, if not always with her?
Her approach to justice is childish, though the crown was given to a woman who was given her position when she was a child. She seeks to hold on to power in the city, whatever it costs. And it has cost an awful lot of innocent lives. I can say I would not have made the same decisions she has. But it is all in service to prove her worth as the monarch of Corvosa.
Character at this point, Merrick's inclined to go to the meeting, but again, he's already
Uh,
acknowledged his suicidal nature.
Sophia kind of holds up her hands like, I have, like, I guess I could call it a counter proposal. If she's willing to let us break said crown, I will turn myself in with no weapons. I will not do anything to the city. And I feel like a lot of us would agree to that. She can even repair the crown after it's done. I don't care. But if we get to break the crown first, I would say that I will agree to any demands that she has. I mean, that's not an unreasonable ask. Break the crown, then you can fix it. It's not like it's unbreakable if it's just a figurehead thing. And if we are such leaders of the revolution, if that's the case and we just tell everyone to stand down, that should fix a lot of things. That's a fair compromise. I mean, if you want to take that to the queen and propose that,
Yeah.
I feel like that would be a fair trade. Then she gets to stay queen. She gets to rule. We stand down. People who actually committed heinous crimes can be tried according to the laws. What would be the problem then?
I see wisdom in your proposal, though I was not sent here to negotiate. I was sent here to facilitate a negotiation.
And that's what we're trying to do, facilitate. We have no guarantees other than your word. And let's face it, would you take our word for anything? This is just a counter proposal. If she agrees to this, I will have no other requests to put aside this war. But if she's actually controlled by the crown and you ask her this and she refuses, can you not see where we're coming from?
I have a feeling I know how Queen Iliosa would take your request.
And you do not see
Having
how that is
refused to meet
bad.
with her in person, she will simply see your request as another way of handicapping the monarchy so you can swoop in for the final blow.
At the same time, surely you could see how, from our perspective, she could just be leading us into the heart of her domain and easily stage for a slaughter.
I mean, I can sit right here and wait if you want to go ask and come back. I have nowhere to be. Like, you have a dragon, you can fly there within like 10 minutes and ask her.
A counter proposal and a sign of good faith on both of our parts.
Again, the monarchy isn't solely held by the crown, it's held by the person who holds the crown. If we just break it and she repairs it afterwards, the evil spirit's gone. She should still have all the power to rule this kingdom. She has all the people that she leads. And if we stand down and if we're the leaders of the resistance, that solves everything, wouldn't it?
She will be hard to convince. The crown is the only reason she survived her first assassination attempt by Marcus Indran. It is a source of great power, Sophia. Surely you learned that on your trek to Scarwall.
I mean, there's other ways to find power that don't rely on an evil deity or pseudo deity. Oh yeah, no, this is why Sophia's saying it.
I mean, I guess technically we're in a dreamscape right now, so he can say it. I forgot about that. But at the same time, just like, tightrope, tightrope.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, this is Sophia saying all this. This isn't him.
Yeah.
So it does we're having
Also,
a
she
very
knows this isn't going to work. So
we're having a very dramatic conversation. I do love the occasional movie smash cuts to us all just toppled over tombstones with a dragon in a crater on the ground.
Yeah, right.
just all Yamcha poses.
Yeah, yeah.
Just wind gently blowing. Someone's going through Merrick's pockets.
But
If
other than
all
that
I can do
conversation,
is bring your proposal to her, and you will not join me to have counsel with the Queen, then I suppose I will know what her answer will be. And I do not think she will send for another peace meeting.
yeah, I don't have anything else that Sophia could contribute to the conversation myself. So I guess at this point, it's all kind of Theobard. This is his mindscape.
Yeah.
And again, I don't think any of us know we're in a mindscape yet.
No.
Yeah, well, it'll buy us like 20 seconds if she starts flying off.
Yeah, no one else has anything else to say?
Out of character, I used every reasonable argument and unreasonable argument I could think of. Like,
Is she insisting on the full party, or is just one representative among us sufficient?
I suppose if she could only meet with one of your party, though I imagine concessions would differ depending on who were there. Your presence or absence will be seen as a sign.
We'll go.
Sorry, Merrick, did you just say you would go? You said it very softly.
Yeah, Merrick would
Mhm.
say, then I will go.
Mm.
I think that is wise, Merrick.
We'll find out.
Is he the only one among you?
I'm just a teenage girl. I'm good.
No, don't discount yourself, Sophia Vaquero. The Queen asked for your audience particularly.
I need an adult.
The dragon goes, I am an adult.
Well, that makes complete sense. Never mind.
Mhm.
Ah. Oh, this is gonna get awkward in a moment.
Wait, this whole conversation hasn't been awkward?
Dragon Riders hate rejection.
Yeah, and then she would land in the dreamscape to let you climb atop the dragon, or follow her on your hippogriff if you wish.
Would you?
I'll follow in my hippogriff.
I'll pull out a scroll and I say, would you be offended for those of us who are not journeying to the palace if I use magic for those of us, the rest of us, to say flee the city as swiftly as possible?
No. I don't think the Queen would take umbrage with that either.
Very well. I'm gonna pull out a scroll and I'm gonna cast a spell from it. It's create mindscape door. So it literally creates a magical glowing door in the air, and everyone who walks through it of creatures I designate, which are anyone in the party, but just not her or the dragon, you will wake up next to your body in real life. Here, I got the spell right here.
Well, Merrick as well, because Merrick is coming with her.
Yeah,
He's
they're
gonna
gonna
get asleep.
just gonna realize because mindscapes are large, but at the same time, I have a feeling there is going to come a part where Theobald could not visualize all the perfect details of the entire photo accurate Corvosa, so it is gonna be like the video game has stopped rendering in front of you.
Yeah.
The Leviathans are gonna come out and start swallowing you because you can't render any faster water.
So we have like 2 rounds tops before they go, wait, this is not real. Wait, I now realize we're in a dreamscape. Wait, if we fall from a high height, we're free. Just like so. Yeah. Hold on, I have the spell. Where is it? I know I definitely added it to my spell list, but oh, here. No, that's create mindscape. It doesn't matter. You believe me. Any of us who step through the door can leave and wake up. You know, Chartre goes, I'm like, come on, every one of us who aren't going into the obvious trap through the door, let us leave here as swiftly as possible.
Bye, Mr. Dragon. Sophia walks through the door.
Oh, and Orphan, try not to let anyone fall and hit the ground on your way to the palace, will you?
Okay.
41. Don't let anyone fall as long as possible.
Yeah.
Also, you can still die in here.
Yeah. Yep.
Wait,
All
if
right.
you can die in the Matrix, what the fuck are we doing in here?
All right, Cope, you're far away from the mic. You're a little echoey for me.
I heard something about dying in the Matrix.
Yeah, it's hurting, so
Die
I
in the
turned
game,
my
you die in real
mic
life.
bud up. If you can die in the Matrix, what the fuck are we doing in here?
Well, the idea was that I was trying to buy the time for the Resistance to get as far away as possible by not having a dragon see where they're going. So it makes it very contained.
No, it's good.
So
Just the side comment of, oh yeah, by the way, you can die in here.
yeah. So Theobald, Charger step through the door. Then Sophia and I imagine Kier swiftly behind.
Mhm. Yeah, Sophia pulls a little O as she goes through the door.
So as you step through the door, you expect to teleport someplace, but instead you open your eyes and you're just laying on the grass in the graveyard. Theobald shoots up. All right, we got like 30 seconds tops before they realize none of that was real.
Mm-hmm. Oh shit! Oh shit! Oh shit!
I guess try and tie up the guard lady. And
Yeah, what's the thing can fly 800 feet and around if it goes all in one, so
That's why I was thinking that we have like 2 or 3 rounds tops.
Most.
Yeah. Yeah, like as you know, because as they go through, Merrick's going to just kind of approach, walk close and join the group, as it were, with
Check your saddle.
I was gonna say like what we could always just do like I guess a luck check to determine how many rounds. Like say like 1 to 7 we only get 1 round. 7 like 8 to 12 we get 2 rounds, and anything above that we get 3 rounds before they wake up.
Yeah, you could also settle it as a will save against my resistance illusions, where if they succeed we get like 1 round to do something. If they fail, maybe we get like 2 or 3 or something like that.
I'm just throwing out ideas. I'm not quite sure.
Yeah,
Same
I
here.
was going to say a
Merrick,
Merrick
you're
bluff
still in
check,
the
but you can't
dreamscape.
really bluff because he
Yes.
doesn't know.
yeah, Merrick, is legit planning on going to the castle, and he doesn't know what
He
else
doesn't
is going
know
on.
what's
that
going on.
this is a dream.
Yeah.
What about just a blind Merrick 1d4 of how long do you normally check your saddles and stuff before you load up and start flying?
I mean, there's also the matter of the dragon coming down, and
I still want to game the system too much because it feels a little cheaty with the spell sometimes.
So I guess
I out of character. I fully expect us to fight this dragon. It's just how long do we have to grab the unconscious lady and use ropes to tie her up before we have to fight the dragon?
Yeah, so I think Merrick would just kind of approach Sabina and say, "Are you riding with me, or are you riding on the dragon that's all the way up there?"
DC 25.
I will be going atop Zarmangaroth.
Makes sense. I'll ride on Nimbus here.
Very well.
Oh god, that means the Nimbus is in the dream too.
Yeah, Nimbus is in the dream too.
Yeah. So now there's just us.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Earnestly, what are the odds I'm going to make it out of this alive?
Pretty good, actually.
Well, I'm asking her, Sabina.
Oh.
I'm asking Sabina specifically, because again, Merrick has no idea that this is all illusionary. He's about to, do another one-on-one audience with the Queen, understanding the possession that she's under.
Out of character, I hope I didn't fuck
understand
us.
your trepidation in meeting with the Queen, but when we spoke, I feel she spoke sincerely about wanting to bring a peaceful end to what is happening in Corvosa. I hope you will come to an understanding with her.
I honestly hope so. I've lost a lot too.
Out of character, I hope I don't fuck us over with a spell. It's just I really want to try using these at least once.
No.
It's like the ultimate illusion spell.
Isn't this how we killed a dragon before?
Yes. And I'm trying really hard not to abuse it so that way Michael doesn't have a problem. I thought we could just convince her in that safe space, but that didn't work.
As they head toward the horizon, I'll say you guys have 1 round to do something.
I feel like that's fair because the last dragon we killed, a bunch of us weren't in the spell, and we killed him outside of the spell.
Yeah, because I kept him talking.
Yeah.
I know what I'm going to do for my 1 round, so I'm not sure if we want to go in order or anything. So
Yeah, I mean, if we're about to start trying to kill the dragon while it lay unconscious, it's probably turn order.
You are 200 feet away from the dragon.
Well, I mean,
Do we-
it did crash land.
Mhm.
Do we still have our buffs up?
It had already flown 200 feet away when it crash landed, and you all
Oh, I thought you said it
still
flew straight up.
unconscious where
That's why I
you
was
stood.
confused.
No, it was already up in the air and 200 feet away.
Yep.
Shit.
Do we still have our buffs up, or do those end when we go unconscious?
I mean, probably the minute ones are
Anything
probably
that's
gone.
minutes per level are gone.
Yeah, it might have fucked us. Sorry, guys.
That's fine. I'm casting Greater Invisible on myself just in case.
If you all depart, no harm, no foul. May not be the worst if we just all wake up like, what the fuck? Again, I don't know, because the even odds at this point that I'm walking into a death trap and create a new character
I mean,
next
yeah,
session.
that is true. I could just shadow walk everyone, including Merrick's unconscious body, away from here too, guys. Like, we could just full nope out.
I think this is our best chance to kill this dragon.
I don't.
He's prone,
No.
she's prone, not on him.
And yeah, they're 200 feet away, but I mean, there could be worse situations.
You're ranged. Y'all are spellcasters.
Before we dive into this, can we
Mhm.
take a bio?
Yep.
That's a good point. I'm squeezing my legs.
Yeah, I need to get some more water.
Be back in a bit.
I'm sorry, Michael. I try really hard not to abuse this spell. I thought it was going to be just social scene.
Yeah.
Oh. Apparently the My Pillow guy's running for governor of Minnesota.
Of course he is.
I don't think that's going to go well.
He'll win the Republican nomination.
Oh, I'm sure, but
Trump has got his paws all over that party. They're in an awkward little situation right now where it is most Republicans are, or most, I guess, voting Republicans are Trumpers, though I think they've lost most independent people, which is what it's making these elections so hard for them, because the Trump guy can win their primary, but they can't necessarily win their general election. So the example here in Texas for our senatorial race is the reason the conventional wisdom right now is that James Tellerico even has a chance to win is because the guy who was still a normal Republican still votes with Trump on like 95% of issues, had like one thing that he disagreed with Trump on, and so this other guy, Dan Patrick, who is our what was he? One of those weird ones. Anyways, he's Trump 100,
Mm.
but he's also very unpopular with independents in Texas. So and he's never run for an office like this, a national office. So that's the only reason Tellerico's even really got a chance is because there are more moderate Republicans who will probably vote for him because he's a moderate Democrat.
Is the My Pillow guy
For
such a
Texas.
cartoon character? Like,
The point is he loves Trump.
yeah.
He was our lieutenant governor.
I was about to say that when you said he was one of these obscure, and I was just like, meh. I don't remember if he was saying Senate, what he ran for. So, but that's always the one that jumps to mind. Lieutenant governors.
His campaign has
Like,
been
you
so
held an
bad.
office, sir?
It's just been attacking James Tellerico on like what he looks like and shit that's just not true. Because James Tellerico's a little guy,
Mhm.
but like they're trying to paint him as like this. He's one of the most radical Democrats running for office, and he's just not. He's just very moderate. It'll be a race.
Mhm.
I will lose my shit if the Democrat wins. That's big. That's huge. Let's see. Last time we had a Democratic senator was in 1993.
Earlier than I thought. I say that as that was more than 30 years ago.
Yeah,
Time is
Texas has
fickle, my
been
friends.
under solid Republican rule for a long time. It's been contested at points, but it's a very conservative state, which is why a Democrat that you can run in, fucking New York isn't necessarily a Democrat you want to run down in Texas. Which is why everyone kind of breathed a sigh of relief when Jasmine Crockett lost the Democratic nomination, because she is actually one of the most extreme Democrats probably in I think she's in our state House of Representatives. It would have been a loss probably no matter what.
I was muted when I said it, but I still
victory.
can't believe Mitch McConnell isn't dead.
Lindsey Graham
Yeah,
is.
he's still hanging on. Lindsey Graham died.
Yeah.
Lindsey Graham died.
And so did the guy, lead actor from Jurassic Park.
Yep,
That was
the one that played the main doctor in the first movie.
Yeah, that's sad. He was cool.
Yeah.
He's with the dinosaurs in heaven now.
Yeah.
Wait, who died?
Also,
They
when you
do
say the
move in
main
herds.
doctor, like the male archaeologist?
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh man.
They do move in herds.
Yeah.
That guy.
Yeah, they're flocking this
died.
way.
Lindsey Graham died 4 days ago.
Mhm.
71 years old. Are they
Yeah,
gonna do a special election or something?
No, his sister's gonna do it.
I mean, the Jurassic Park guy was just in a commercial during the Super Bowl that was awesome. They brought back a ton of the originals. He couldn't have been that old. What was he, like 60?
70 something.
The Jurassic Park guy?
Yeah.
Huh. Wow.
What do you mean his sister's going to do it? Is that allowed? Are you allowed to just be like,
Apparently.
now that I'm dead, my brother will take charge?
Nope.
We'll
Yeah,
go to my family, yeah.
his sister's filling in. Sponsored by Trump. Because that's how that works, apparently.
Mhm.
I didn't know that. I thought you had to have another election.
Something. We live in a society.
But yeah, the Jurassic Park guy died.
Yeah.
That's a bummer.
That's the biggest news. Honestly.
Yeah.
I look forward to this weekend's Jurassic Park marathon.
Da, 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 da.
Da, da, da.
I don't know if you guys listen to the musical stylings of the comedy Australian musician Tom Cardy, but he has a Jurassic Park song.
I've watched it on occasion, yes.
For those of you who haven't seen it,
That's
I
the
think
one
it's
that the lyrics are like, "It's a dinosaur."
nope.
Nope.
It's I'll stick it in the memes. It's he has a flu, so he's summing up all the Jurassic Park movies for you.
Ah.
This might be a fan favorite in the South. We watch this movie all the time.
My only question is, how many times are dinosaurs going to escape from this fucking zoo before they realize this was never a good idea?
It's just the joke of the song, where at the end of it, he stops summarizing Jurassic Park movies and starts making them up. And he's like, we sent all the dinosaurs to another planet, and let's go fuck up the dinosaur planet. Oh no, the robot dinosaur that we built is now mating with the actual dinosaurs. I guess we shouldn't have given it a penis.
They do this 7 times. 7 dinosaur theme parks. And they don't realize this is maybe a bad idea.
Now the dinosaurs are time traveling.
Like, I don't know if Jurassic Park 3 is canon to Jurassic World, or whether or not they uncanonized movies.
I don't know. It's the same thing as the RoboCop movies. You watch the first one, you say, gee, that was good, and then you go no further.
As opposed to the Judge Dredd thing, where the remake was actually solidly better
the
than the
remake
original.
was way better. I watched the remake RoboCop before I watched the original RoboCop because I had no nostalgia for it whatsoever, and it blew me away how much better the original was.
Yeah, it's like it's one of those ones that it's also a product of the times.
Well, like the acting in the new one was so flat and dry, and the action scenes were so boring. Like there was so much emotion in the old one, and the action scenes were fantastic. Like what happened, guys?
That is the question, isn't it?
I'm action scenes are great, but I can only take them in very short doses. I think I've talked about this before. I really don't like John Wick.
Well, that's just because it's nonstop action. I feel you there.
Yeah.
But
it's somehow punching people in the head and shooting people, that gets boring. And you're like, oh my god. Get to the next part of the story. Is this all this is? Yep, this is all this is. It's just 2 straight hours of one action scene.
This is completely oh, sorry, go ahead.
I was going to say, when you watch a RoboCop movie, Michael, you expect RoboCop to fight crime at some point, right?
Yeah.
He never does in the new one.
Oh.
That's what I
The one
mean.
with the really bad CGI?
Yeah, the really bad CGI where they keep his left hand as part of his robot body, and they show him without the robot body, just the parts from there still organic, and it's just like his internal organs, his head, and then his disconnected left hand for some reason, which really blew my mind that they kept the left hand when then I watched the original RoboCop, and there's a moment where they're rebuilding Alex Murphy, and they say, oh, the only parts we can salvage are his brain and his left hand. Should we include the left hand? And they said, no, that's garbage. Throw it away. I'm like, wait, hold on. That seems like a burn on the new one, but this was from 20 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
How did that work? But no, it's just his head in the original, basically. But yeah, like You want to see RoboCop stop a mugger and shoot a rapist in the dick and shut down a drug lab at least once. It's mostly him investigating stuff and having existential crises. That's what the most of the original one is, and it's good. It's not like all action scenes, but when there are action scenes, they have everything explode like it's a John Woo movie.
Mhm.
Listen, we can't all be perfect movies like Kung Fu Hustle, okay?
Yeah, I know.
Well, hating John Wick also goes with my long-standing opinion of also hating Keanu Reeves.
No, I like Keanu Reeves, so I can't really agree with you there.
Now,
So-
I
Yeah,
understand,
Keanu Reeves
why
is
you don't like him, but I don't agree.
now, do you mean just his
Not a
acting
very
or
good
as a person? Because acting is a
Not
different
as a
flavors for
person. I don't know
different.
anything about him as a person.
Okay, because he's like a
But-
really nice person.
Yeah, from all accounts, he's a
too
really great guy.
flat. He's
And the
flat
greatest
in
actor
everything.
of our
He doesn't know
generation.
how to show any emotions.
I think the thing I liked him is in terms of like acting quality. I think the thing that he was best in was the Constantine movie, which is funny because everyone hated that movie.
He's been trying
Even
to get
His performance as Shadow the fucking Hedgehog is no different than any of his other performances.
I forgot that he was Shadow the Hedgehog.
fucking love that.
I haven't seen that. Does he come in and say, "I am Shadow the Hedgehog. Take my hand"?
Yeah, pretty much.
Pretty
Okay,
close.
awesome.
And adding something in there about Maria.
Mhm.
Maria! I felt like such a dweeb. I was watching this video and it was someone going, you will never be able to guess what character this is by their description. And he starts describing Shadow the Hedgehog's actual video game backstory that no one knows because he's Shadow the Hedgehog.
Mhm.
Like, you gotta understand, okay, this character is a clone of the main character, but he was born first, and he only looks like the main character because of ancient prophecy that we see in some of the first installments of the franchise.
Yeah, Shadow the Hedgehog is not actually a hedgehog. He's an actually alien ultimate life form that's the spawn of Satan, I think. It's not literal Satan, but
That
it's
is
space Satan.
intentionally made to look like Sonic the Hedgehog, because in Sonic the Hedgehog 3, in the background of one of the levels, we can see an ancient prophecy of Super Sonic, and that's what the design of Shadow the Hedgehog is based on, because Dr. Ivo, or what's his name? Is it Ivo? No, I think Ivo Robotnik is just Robotnik. What's his? Gerald Robotnik studied those ruins and tried to create the ultimate life form from them, not knowing that ultimate life form was Sonic the Hedgehog. Which is why Shadow looks like Super Sonic.
Sounds legit.
What a time, man.
Why couldn't shit just be simple? They're Italian brothers, they're plumbers, and they go down the pipes and go help save the princess.
I
I
mean,
mean, no backstory needed, no explanation needed.
I'm a very big fan of the anime like nature of the Sonic Adventure games, so
Yeah, I'm a little worried that the Legend of Zelda movie is going to be live action. I'm concerned.
I am Link, the
Yeah,
hero. To
Link
save
is
you.
going to talk, which even the lead designer of the modern Legend of Zelda games expressed in an interview he's concerned about that as well. Because we remember the last time that Link talked with a voice actor in a
Well,
cartoon. and
Excuse me,
wasn't
princess.
Excuse
good.
me, princess.
And it
will
wasn't
he
like
talk or will The Rock just wink at you? Because he's going to be Link.
Oh
As a-
god.
like
Wait, now I'm back on board. Yes, cast Dwayne Johnson as Link.
And instead, anytime you think he would speak, he just zoom in, people's eyebrow wink.
No, even better, Jack Black. He's the king of video game franchises.
Oh God, I'm in.
They need to stop putting him in video game movies. I love Jack Black, but he needs to stop. It was good as Bowser. That's it.
Link.
I mean, he was good in
Sword
Minecraft
and Shield.
for a different
We have
demographic
to
than
use
we
the
follow.
Triforce.
Yeah, I know. I don't even hate the Minecraft movie.
No,
but
it's just a
it
different
was
demographic.
unnecessary.
You know what? I'll forgive it if he has a massive, entirely too long ocarina solo.
Oh.
Which I think
Oh.
now he works in. He's like, you want me to do this? You want me to do this? Okay, my only condition. No, I don't need money. I need a 5-minute solo.
Someone said
Which
something
is
really
funny, 'cause
sad
if
the
you
other day.
listen to how that started. Let me just get on this while we're on the topic of Jack Black's solos of movies. He did an interview where he was talking about his solo in Mario, and he was like, "Well, I was really
Okay.
hostile to the idea. I like to keep my acting career and my music career separate, and I don't sing in a movie unless I really care about it." And since that movie, he's been like, "Fuck, let's put a song in it. I'll sing in this
Yeah.
because it went so well."
That sounds
Someone
like
was talking
bullshit.
about Robin Williams didn't live to see a Zelda movie, considering how big of a fan he was.
Yeah.
Because he named his daughter Zelda, I'm pretty sure,
Yeah.
didn't he?
Yep, he did.
What?
Yeah.
And yeah, he named his daughter Zelda. It was after the princess, but thankfully, unlike other weirder names like Nicolas Cage naming his kid Kal-El, at least Zelda's an actual real fucking name.
Yeah. Oh,
Is
to
he
be fair,
Kal-El
I
Cage
also have
or Kal-El Coppola?
I have
I think
some
it's Kal-El
friends.
Cage.
I have some friends that did name their kid Kal-El as well.
Oh,
They
no.
call him
Because
Cal,
Nick
but
Cage
it is
I guess.
he
Calling him
changed his
Cal
last
is fine, but
Yeah.
then you have to have Kal-El on your interviews
Yep.
and
Yep.
your resumes.
Yep. Yep.
because his I don't know want to say real name because I think it's legally changed, but his name was Nicholas Coppola, nephew I think of Francis Ford Coppola.
Oh,
But he
interesting.
didn't want to
wow.
be associated with Francis Ford Coppola, so he changed the name.
hmm
Yeah, his daughter Zelda does voice acting now.
By the
Yeah,
way,
I
I
heard
love.
that.
Cage?
Did you ever see that show Community?
Yes.
Yeah.
There was a part where they were like they had a whole thing about Nick Cage, a class about Nick Cage, and they're like, is he a good actor or is he a bad actor? And then the autistic one went down the rabbit hole, and when
Yeah.
he came back, he just was like twitching and like, it's okay, we all go through this. It's
My
called the
favorite part of
Cage
that scene
experience.
is how he walks through the door twitching at class, and everyone looks at him, and the teacher just goes, "Oh no, everyone stand back." Like he's seen this before.
Yeah.
He's like, I know what's happening, stay back.
Yeah, I looked it up. Nick Cage is the nephew of Francis Ford Coppola.
Yep,
Wow.
I did know
That's
that.
And why does he not want to be associated?
He didn't want his acting to be
used
coming
as
from the name.
nepotism.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, he didn't want to be used as nepotism.
I didn't know if he had been like.
I don't know if he's a good actor or a bad
Political.
actor. All I know is I love Nick Cage movies because I'm always entertained.
He's a good actor.
I still love the story when they were talking about the Spider-Man movie. They're like, "Can you act like a little bit more like how you do in certain movies?" And they're like, "Oh, you want the full Cage."
I mean, if it's working and making you money, go ham with it, man. I got no problem with you.
Yeah. Watch Spider Noir. It's good. That's good. Nick Cage acting in it. But yeah, I mean, just because someone acts bad in some other movies doesn't mean they're a bad actor. Sometimes
yeah.
you're just cashing a check.
It's as I said, the wonderfulness of watching Jean-Claude Van Damme movies from his prime. Of like, is he a good actor? Is he a bad actor? And was this the period where he was abusing cocaine? Let's try to figure it out.
He's just a really bad
Well,
actor.
And then there's Steven Seagal, who is just a bad actor all around.
No, Steven Seagal's just bad. I defend
Bad at
Van
everything,
Damme
really.
has his
Yeah.
moments. He really
No,
does.
Van
have
Damme has some moments. I'm not arguing with you there.
Yeah.
But people like to lump
as a
him
man
the
who has
same
seen-
as Steven Seagal, and Steven Seagal was just terrible from the get-go. I don't know how he had movies.
I do love a story that I heard from an interview with a professional Hollywood martial arts stuntman where Seagal and Van Damme got into a fight or got into an argument. So then Van Damme said, "All right, let's settle this out in the parking lot." Van Damme is an actual tournament martial artist, by the way.
Yeah,
Hey,
like you
Steven
see
Seagal's a
him.
7th degree black belt in Aikido.
And Seagal fully pussed out, and they asked that stuntman, like, "You knew Van Damme quite well, didn't you?" And he goes, "Yeah." And he goes, "So would he have actually fought in the parking lot?" And he says, 100%. Van Damme absolutely meant it. He would have thrown hands.
Yeah, he was like a foreign redneck who knew how to kick ass.
Yeah, like Seagal's always sucked. There was never a moment.
Oh, except for the movie Under Siege, I did like that.
Now, was it because of him or in spite of him?
Mm-hmm.
Mostly because a Playboy model jumped out of a cake necklace, naked at a fake birthday party, and I was like 11. So I enjoyed that scene a lot.
I mean, priorities, I guess.
Also
Yeah.
had Gary Busey and
Yes,
the guy that
It
played
was a
Miles O'Brien as
fantastic.
the bad guy team. So
Oh, speaking of actors, Gary Busey, man, that made
Oh,
If you
Remember
haven't seen
one of
Under
you
Siege
played
and
as
you like
Gary
80s
Busey.
action stupid movies
Mm.
that were, yeah, that's a good one because it's not all Seagal. It's mostly the bad guys too. And Seagal isn't trying to be a karate man. He's like I won't ruin it for you, but he's in the military, so it's more guns than fighting or fist fighting. You understand what I mean?
oh yeah.
Yeah.
Every time Gary Busey is
Yeah.
mentioned, I must repost
Yeah.
this.
Aikido is one of those awful martial
I know
arts
that,
that are
so.
like, they're basically dancing. It's not even a real fight.
I think capoeira is
That's
more of a kung fu than or martial art than that is.
I mean, watch
And that
a couple
is literally
Seagal
dancing
videos,
martial
you can
art.
do an Aikido.
Mm.
Those are those martial arts that now that we have people training to kill other people in 30 seconds in MMA, the delicate arts that those were are just completely kaput when it comes to an actual
Yeah.
fight.
Oh, Jiu-Jitsu is the only one that works. That's what we know now. All the other ones suck.
and then like jujitsu plus like Crab Rangoon or whatever that other one.
Crab Rangoon.
The ones that are basically
What are practiced
martial art wrestling
in
are still
MMA.
effective.
Yeah. Yeah,
Hey,
boxing,
actually-
Muay Thai, wrestling, and Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu are the ones
Yeah.
that are prominently in the MMA.
They're just like how to close and destroy a person as fast as possible. Where all these other martial arts were like the art of non-combat, defending yourself to show your opponent that it is not worthy to fight. And now the rednecks are like, no, M&A your ass. Boom. You're dead.
Hit him harder.
That
Hit him harder.
I
Hit him
did,
fast.
I did see something.
What
a few
rednecks?
weeks-
The only people in the MMA are fucking Dagestanis.
I don't watch any of it. I just know which people I know that enjoy watching it.
I did see something a few weeks ago when I was in the gym. Is there was another guy in there, and he was working on the punching bag that they have in there, and I guess he was trying to do like Wing Chun or something like that because he was using a lot of his elbows and the back of his hand to sort of slap the bag, and he was hitting the bag really fast, but it wasn't moving a whole lot. And then after he left, out of curiosity, I got up from where I was working and I walked over there and I took a basic normal Western boxing stance that I saw in YouTube videos. And I threw a straight punch and it moved like 4 times the amount of distance he did. I'm like, huh. I don't know if that martial art is bullshit, but he certainly is.
There was a viral video. I'm not sure I can find it now. That was like whatever degree karate black belt versus like moderately ranked boxer, and the guy's like doing all his fucking karate moves, and the guy socks him in the jaw, and he falls completely unconscious on the mat.
Yeah.
That was a sports reporter who did some amateur boxing, went to that especially the thing that Steven Seagal claims to be really good at.
Akita.
Aikido.
Yeah. And he's like, everything you guys are doing here are bullshit. They're like, oh, you want to prove it? He goes, yeah. So he got on the mat with the master Aikido guy at that dojo. And there's a video of it. It did not go well. It was painful to watch because this guy got punched in the head and he reacted like someone who's never been punched in the head before.
The
Like,
Aikido guy
or the
I don't think
reporter?
strikes.
The
strikes
Aikido
are a
guy.
part of
The
Aikido.
reporter guy wailed on him like there was no issue whatsoever.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think all those martial arts are meant to be fought against other people doing the same martial art.
Mm.
And it
Like-
was a way of exercise and like contemplation and meditation and all that good stuff.
I mean, I'm
Although
still convinced Jackie Chan would beat the shit out of you, but he's got other stuff going on too.
I have seen a show that basically put a bunch of professional fighters that are more or less experienced in specific fields of combat and or martial arts, and put them in various situations, especially like not necessarily real world ones, but like how do you defend against it with someone with a knife? And they actually have full gear on for practice sparring and all that, and send somebody in there with a replica knife and is legitimately just trying to go at there. And same with like if you faux scenario, if you're at a bar and you have some patrons that are wanting to basically start a bar fight and that sort of confrontation stuff. And it was actually a very fascinating watch. I might have to share it with you guys if I find it again. But
How to defend yourself against someone with a knife? Have they tried running faster than that person?
right.
Shoot them with your gun.
And so there are instances of that, because it does like some of the like real like, so that another one of like, what do you do if somebody's being aggressive with their girlfriend or someone on the bus, and do you engage in a fight or do you try to talk it out, and that's also kind of weighed in on what's their survivability, I guess it was. It's not necessarily about combat.
If they don't see you coming,
Then
kick
you
them in the side of the
practice
knee.
the ancient art of
Oh yeah, and there
pull out
was
your
another
gun and
one.
go ba 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 ba.
Because speaking of the running one, there is one where they basically got just a few seconds head start before a group of four, like, so team of two basically just have to escape a group of 4 people or 6 people with knives or similar replica weapons, and so they run off towards a building, and just that is an obstacle that they come across. And again, I'll share it, but it is interesting just to see how those various scenarios, the combat styles, work or don't work.
I appreciate that.
Hope that was just one of those reminders of just how OP guns are in the meta. You could spend years training in whatever Brazilian jiu-jitsu, be an MMA superstar. You're beaten by a 300-pound man with a gun,
Yeah.
or a 100-pound man with a gun, or any
Right.
man with a gun
Or a 95-pound
great-
woman with a gun in her hand purse.
with a gun also beats you.
Yeah.
or a 5-year-old that just happens to have a hand.
4-year-old with a gun.
Oh,
That's why we need to put them in schools. Every kid should be armed. You guys seen, I think it was Borat who did an interview with all these Texan politicians pitching that idea, and they were all like, I like that idea. I think you got a good
God.
head
And they
on your
didn't know he
shoulders."
was a fake character.
Yeah, he was like, that's why I propose arming every child in the public education system in Texas.
Well,
Like, that's
define
an interesting
child in
point.
Texas and arming, because at the age of 8, I'm sure they all already know how to shoot very well.
I'm pretty sure he had a picture of a kid with a gun at his proposal.
I mean, by 8, I was a very good shot. And I'm not from Texas. Texas, they're probably a very good shot with a pistol on a quick draw, blindfolded.
We like our guns down here.
We like our guns in Georgia too. We just we have other things going on.
We saw you vote for Biden, supposedly.
Drop that playlist in all the memes.
You gotta be a real gun-loving man like Donald.
I think I've seen these. Yeah.
Definitely look into that. It's something I wanted to take a boxing class for years.
I mean, you've seen our commercials, right? For our
I think what I like in that one is that like one guy, the street guy, he is just Joe Average guy. Like he is the was it not limpness the test, I guess.
litmus test.
So,
Anyway, am I casting a wall of force on this dragon or what?
Mm-hmm.
I've got
Yeah, you got around.
I guess the question is, do you take advantage and move into attack, or do yeah? Does Merrick meet with the queen, or do we spring this trap now? I'm good either way. I'm doing what my character's doing in character.
Listen,
So
I feel like my overeagerness to use this spell to create a situation for, I mean, like in character it still checks out because the resistance have gotten away much more cleanly now. Has gotten in situations, so I leave that up to Kier, Sophia, and Little O if we pull back or go.
I mean,
Just-
if we can keep him on the ground and defeat him, that's
Like,
one thing down. But
The question is would DMR be able to get us closer so we can try anything, or are we?
Should we meta or should we just roll initiative and see what happens?
Because he's 200 feet away. They're 200 feet plus.
200 feet away is probably a fair estimate, but I mean,
Because what I want to do is try to use Baleful Polymorph while it's unconscious, but the chances of that working is pretty slim, and it's not. I have to get closer for that.
I have an idea, but I feel like it would be meta for me to say it. So it's, are we running or are we attacking?
I feel like we
Option
should
A,
try to
option
kill the dragon at least.
Okay.
Maybe not the woman, but I feel like the dragon needs to go.
Okay, so then I'll do my idea on my turn.
Little O would say to Sophia, "Rant that dragon into the dirt."
She would just tell the rest of the party that the dwarf child wants to kill the dragon too.
All right. So if we're operating in surprise round here, and you said he was like 200 feet away, Michael?
Yes.
Okay. So I will use as a move action my wizard ability Shadow Step. Since he said the sun was setting and it's getting dark, I can move from shadow to shadow. I think that number's wrong, but it is. I have written down 360 feet of Shadow Step per day. So I can move, say, 150 feet closer as a move action. And
It says range 100 feet plus 10 feet per level.
no.
so
You're thinking of the spell Shadow Step. This is a wizard ability for Shadow School of Wizardry.
Okay, it's similar to the Arcanist one then.
Yeah.
Just you have to have shadow specifically, I think.
And it replaces my movement rather than adding to it. Hold on.
Pure travel up to 30 feet per wizard level per day. So you're level 15?
Yeah. So it should technically be higher than my
Yeah.
360.
So you have 450 feet.
Yeah, I got 450, so I'll just modify that real quick. So I'd be at an even 300 right now.
All right. That is a standard action.
So my standard action is
That was a standard action.
no, I believe it's a movement because it's not a spell.
At 8th level, you can use this ability to walk through the shadow plane and reappear as a standard action.
Oh, it is a standard action. Okay. Well, I did not realize that.
Okay, so
I'd
not as
read
good as
your-
the Arcana one.
I'd read
No.
your wizard ability because the monk ability that mirrors the same
Yeah,
thing
I was
is
reading the wizard
specifically
ability.
a move action.
No, he's right. It's a wizard
Okay.
ability. What is the range on Wall of Force here? So that would be.
Did we do initiative?
No, we're like a surprise round, so we can just do whatever. We just all get to do one thing. Yeah, it's only 55 feet. Well, that's no good.
Okay, I have my idea when it's my turn.
All right, well, you guys do something because this sort of mullied my plan here.
I'm going to attempt black tentacles on the dragon while it's on the ground because its range is 100 plus 10 feet per level, so that's 250 feet away from me. It's the only thing I could possibly hit it with right now. So I will roll that. The chances of it working is pretty slim. Let me see.
Well, if it's unconscious, is it automatically fail like reflex saves?
According to the spell, Create Mindscape, they lose their dexterity and they are considered flat-footed, I believe.
Oh,
so
okay.
it's not full unconscious.
I gotcha.
So you can't like coup de grace them.
Makes sense. Okay.
So that'd be a 36 against its CMD to try to grapple it with the black tentacles from this way with this spell. So the chances of it actually working is probably slim.
Does CMD subtract when you lose your dex?
There is a flat-footed CMD, I think, but I don't know if it.
Its
I'm not
size is still going to carry a lot of it anyway.
Yeah, it's probably going to pass this. This is a kind of a shot in the dark.
Flexion, dodge, fab, strength.
And when Michael unmutes, we'll know for sure.
Actually, dex doesn't actually go into normal CMD, it looks like.
Goes into CMD. It's CMB it doesn't go into.
I don't see it in our CMD.
Should be BAB plus
I
strength.
just clicked our sheet. It's strength. Oh, ability. Plus ability. It just has it randomly named as ability for me, which is probably dex.
All right. Black tentacles, and that's grapple.
It's a grapple against. No, it's a grapple for anyone in the area. So it would be the woman and the dragon, since they both fell together.
Okay. CMD, where is it?
Got to take away his dex from the CMD.
There we go.
Yeah, I know.
Also, once they're awake, they're going to break out of this immediately. I know, but
we'll see.
I figured out what I'm going to do.
It's layers a Hail Mary, upon layers, Sophia.
It's a Hail Mary, but it'll be good. I was hoping I could drop a wall of force on a part of his body to lock him down, but
man, imagine if we had a one of those immovable rods and just put it on the top of its back while it's unconscious.
Mm-hmm.
So you grappled the woman, but not the dragon.
Yeah, I had a feeling that was going to be the case, but still, I mean, there's a good chance now that the dragon's going to stick around while the woman grappled.
Are they together? I thought they were separate.
No, but she was riding it and they fell, so they're in the same radius of the black tentacles.
Wait. Oh, I didn't realize the woman was on the dragon when the dragon took off.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
She never got off.
She's basically, you're riding a little
gotcha.
winged horse. She's riding a giant winged dragon.
Gotcha. I didn't realize I thought she was on the ground and not.
No, she was riding the dragon. That's the whole like my defense of what I'm an old wizard not allowed to cast spells on a dragon, because the entire negotiation with her is kind of ridiculous because she's in a flying Sherman tank saying you're being so unreasonable right now.
Right.
It's just a tank pointed at you.
Yeah.
An evil one.
All right, I know what I'm gonna do on my one round. because I just checked the distance of it, is I am going to pull out one of my 6 scrolls of Phantasmal Killer and try to kill the dragon in one go.
Oh man, I hope this works. I really
All
want
right.
this to work.
First, so it's
Would it help? Would it help if I went and
Well-
dirty tricked it first?
It's too far away from you, isn't it? It's like 200 feet away.
yeah,
I
because
have,
Phantasmal Killer's got range.
Abundant step.
Can
I
you
can go
cast
down
Phantasmal
120
Killer as
feet.
anything other than a standard action?
I'm. This is what I'm doing instead of doing the shadow teleport thing, Michael, because I thought it was a move action, not a standard. So I'm not moving
Okay.
closer. So it's a range of 100 feet plus 10 feet for every level. So that's 250 feet. So I can cast it from over here. This
you
is
have
all.
to have line of sight.
Can we not see the dragon over the big flat area? I mean, Sophia just cast this black tentacles on it. Can I not see it?
I suppose.
I mean, it is a pretty big dragon in the middle of a graveyard. I imagine we're gonna have to line of sight on that.
Yeah, because if we don't have line of sight on it at all, then what the fuck are we doing? Let's just run.
I really think you want to let the dwarf that was going to teleport over there hit first. Do we have a move and a standard, or just one or the other?
If it's a surprise
It
round, it's
failed the
just the standard.
Phantasmal Killer save.
All right, so
Holy
now it has to do a DC 32 for the second save for the Fortitude, which it's most likely to succeed, but I can hope. Fingers crossed.
All right. Definitely
Please.
possible for it to fail, and it failed by
Yes!
1.
Oh my god!
Ah!
Mhm.
See, Theobald sinks to his knees and his hands shoot straight up in the air. Meanwhile, in the dreamscape, meanwhile, in the dreamscape, it's Merrick flying next to the dragon as it just peels out to the ground and disappears.
Yes.
At
The
that
bright
point,
Nina
she
Marin
falls
in black
and
tentacles.
Wakes up because she hits the ground at terminal velocity, which I said was the way to get out of the mindscape.
Mhm.
Oh my god!
America's the only one in the mindscape.
Yeah. At that point, he started like, wait, what?
Oh,
The dragon disappears.
that's
like,
actually a
what-
good point. Loki, make a will save against DC 30. The world is a weird and magical place.
Uh,
Well, I've never seen a Phantasmal Killer work, guys. This is
Wow!
I feel like that is
on a dragon, no less.
Yeah.
Oh man. Okay. Whew. I out of character. I was so worried that I had fucked us by trying to use the bullshit Mindscape spell. But Phantasmal Killers from the core rulebook. That's just straight down the barrel.
Wow!
the natural
But-
one definitely helped a lot.
Oh yeah, big
That
time.
one was huge, but they don't immediately die, do they?
Yes, they do.
If they fail both saves, they
I thought
immediately
they had
die.
to like run. Oh
Mhm.
my god! Full on die.
Yes. The subject must succeed a fort save or die from fear.
Oh.
Oh
Well,
man.
The
Madam,
dragon
we have
is
some-
dead.
We have some things to talk to you about.
Oh.
We have some things to talk to that lady about now that she doesn't have a tank
Exactly.
pointed at us.
Yeah, she's gonna wake up on the back of a dead dragon wrapped in
Well
black
wrapped in black tentacles. Yeah.
Yeah, you guys
Uh,
basically got her exactly where you want her.
I
Wow.
don't really see how we negotiate with this
Wow.
paladin like
That
creature.
went from a
now.
bad situation to a great situation in literally 2 die rolls.
Yeah.
Okay, you know what? I'm on agreement. I think the queen should be afraid of us now.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
I
was
am
a trap.
so glad I made 6 scrolls of that spell.
You know what? You know what this makes me think of? Is you cast a spell, we walk up to her, and it just makes me think of Theobald all of a sudden turn into Peter Griffin. You should listen to me more.
I mean,
Meanwhile, by the way, the baby dwarf is over there punching the dead dragon.
like, imagine this from her perspective. She's like flying next to Merrick. Suddenly, the dragon head dips, Its eyes roll back, and then it just full disappears. She's falling straight to the ground, and right as she hits the ground, she wakes up in real life, completely grappled by tentacles as the rest of us are closing, walking in the dark of the night.
Mhm.
God, what a Mysterio mindfuck that must be.
Yeah. Fucking illusionist, man. God damn.
You've just been mind freaked.
I don't see how that dream spell, if the dragon fell 200 feet when it went unconscious and took damage, how does that not wake it up from the dream spell?
It explicitly doesn't wake you up when you take damage.
That
You're
is-
just
Yeah.
helpless.
Because it's not
That's
a dream.
how
Which is how we killed the
Mind
other
trap.
dragon.
Mhm.
Yeah.
It just
Oh my
always
God.
comes at the risk because you can still be killed in there, and I always have to go into it with them.
Mm.
Greater Mind Scale lets me
Yeah.
bring friends, but I always have to go in.
It's a great one for like, I'm taking my friends with me and we're all going in here and I can take everybody. How many people can you take with you?
15.
Jesus Christ. Should we
it's-
take damage now that we're awake from having fallen? I assume
we
just
didn't-
1d6.
We didn't
We
fall out of
walked
the
through the
sky.
door.
Yeah, we walked through the door. We didn't fall out of the sky.
I know, but our unconscious bodies, when you cast it, were flying. I know.
Oh, I forgot
the
about those
Bird
of you
and
who are
Merrick
flying.
and me and Sophia and the ghost.
Merrick was on the
So,
ground.
Yeah, Merrick was, and the bird was on the ground. So was Sharjo.
well, then I guess
I mean, if
Sophia and little O would have fallen.
Well, I mean,
So
I was like 80 feet up, so I would take 8d6 if that's the case.
you mean like 8 points? Because it's Pathfinder.
Mm,
Yeah.
Possibly 8 points. It's D6.
mm.
Think about that. Yeah, it doesn't really matter, but I'll roll fall damage for both of you.
Yep.
It's going to assume you're both at the same height.
Yeah. I mean, if the dragon was still alive, I'd be concerned even with that little bit of damage.
Yeah, I mean it
Oh, yeah.
matters if we play it by the book.
Because that would
And
be like a third
also,
of my health right there.
That woman would have taken damage too.
Well,
I'm
she's
sure-
currently in a gooey mess of tentacles right now.
Mhm.
Wait, that just sounds worse than it is.
Yeah.
She's grappled right now.
Yep.
But we should definitely take her damage into account.
So, who wants to do the first cool line of her coming back to her senses, being grappled as we're all?
I mean, I
closing
feel
in?
like you deserve it. You were the one that did the shadow or the powered
Oh,
kill
man,
there.
that was such a Hail Mary.
Yeah.
Yeah. So as you're rolling that damage, I imagine we're all just kind of walking towards her, and Theobald calls, I do believe we should resume negotiations on more equal footing now.
You call this negotiations?
Do you call bringing a fucking dragon to a graveyard negotiations?
You weren't exactly going to show your own hiding spot.
You literally knew we were. How is it hiding?
Evidently, you've proven that your ability to go unnoticed.
I'm an illusionist. Everything you see and feel in my presence is because I will it to be so.
Gag me.
Oh no, she's controlling the tentacle, so that's more of her call.
All right, they should run out in a couple seconds, and
Is
they
the orph-
eventually just go out.
Is the orphan still in there? Look over at the unconscious body slumped over.
Also, the bird's still in there too.
Snap to dream. He's just like,
Guys!
okay. So I
I'm
see
so
that-
alone.
seeing the dragon just disappear and
Mhm.
her fall and then disappear, and then the earlier cryptic message that was sent. Merrick's now just working up the courage to do what he always grew up fearing. What with being among Griffin or Hippogriff riders all his life and how many of them fall to their death. and then promptly steers him and Nimbus towards the ground.
Cuts back to reality. Theobald mutters under the breath to everyone else. I hope he figures out soon. That spell lasts for 15 days.
Wakes up with the gasp. Damn it.
Okay, so
Meanwhile,
did
you look up and the dragon's dead.
Yeah.
The fuck did I? How long was I out? How long were we?
You've been asleep for a couple days. Anyway, we're still questioning this lady over here in the puddle.
Look, turning back to the lady in the tentacles. My niece speaks nothing of highly of you. For her sake, if not yours, consider hearing us in good faith.
I suppose I don't have much of a choice at this point.
That's the spirit. Now you know
Naive
how
enough
monarchy
to
works.
Think I could not naive enough to think I could take you all 1-on-5. Do the children count?
Oh,
This one
God,
counts as I hold up the feral child dwarf
Yeah.
that's just kicking and screaming.
God, I hate that they do. Also, the hippogriff is still unconscious. I don't think the bird flew itself to death.
It'll figure it out eventually. If not, he has like 7 replacements.
It's the hippogriff in the mindscape. It's landed. It's on the street. Theobald didn't know the rest of Corvosa, so it's just the same block with the same produce seller over and over and over again, like the fucking back rooms.
Every time it goes in circles, it gets a little bit more blocky and untextured.
It really breaks down after a mile or two.
No, I'm sure Nimbus again.
Yeah. It's
Steering him
smart,
down,
I
all
know.
that. But yeah. But still, I hear you. It's hilarious. That would have been.
Krista did seem like we should be able to talk to her, but do you think she's under any sort of mind control or domination?
We should take her to a place where I can perform an examination without us being interrupted. The dragon is not exactly subtle, and it will only be a matter of time before people find, and I gesture towards the dragon corpse, that. Loot anything if you need it.
I take the dragon's wings.
You take the dragon's wings, you say.
What?
He said loot anything you needed. I just thought that'd be a good idea.
You take a huge, very old black dragon's wings.
Look, baby needs
And
a new fly speed.
Yeah.
No dissection, no cutting off. Just picks up the wings and walks out. Tiny baby dwarf. It's all right. It's cool.
I was gonna say, like, Sophie would ask her dad just to break off a tooth as a souvenir, but that's all she would want of it.
Fine, I'll just take his Nikes.
Nike.
All right, so I got one casting of Shadow Walk, the spell, not the wizard ability, that I can use to get us anywhere outside the city pretty reliably.
Yeah. I also have a way that if she is under a compulsion of mind, I can try to break it once we're into a safe spot.
Yeah. I mean, Merrick's Hippogriff Grove?
And I suppose if she isn't, we can put her under our own.
Oh my god, my niece would give me no end of hell if I did that.
I assume we've tied her up and like taken her weapon at this point.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think we're actually harming her. We're just making sure she can't just attack us on sight.
Mhm.
Now that we have had our way.
I'd say bind her hands, but let her keep her armor, and she can just walk with us.
Oh no, I was saying like we take her weapon and tie her hands, but we don't like do anything untowards of like knocking her out or anything yet.
Yeah. Any other locations?
Also,
other than... Oh yeah.
I was going to say that way that when they take a high profile character under custody, you do the hands bound under the cloak. So like passerbys or other guards wouldn't see her and
Well,
be like, "What
we're
are you doing?"
shadow walking away too, so
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
because
honestly, the grove is just gives any if
it
you're not
doesn't
going
really
to walk away from there, so it's not
Yeah,
like she'll be able to know exactly where it is.
Shadow Walk is just super inaccurate, so it doesn't work for in cities very well because I can't like pop inside a building.
Yeah, that's fine. I think that's fine at least.
And we're gonna need to be there overnight for me to get all my spells back anyway. So,
Yep.
all right, to the Hippogriff Grove.
Diddle-oo, diddle-oo, diddle-oo.
All right, here we are.
Yes, you return to the Hippogriff Grove.
First thing I do when I get there is I
None
take an
too
action.
happy about the cloak and dagger, or the black tentacles and phantasmal mind killer.
All right, I've given every argument I can. The rest of you have a discussion with her. I'm going to see to it that we're not discovered here.
Well, while that's happening, she dismisses her dad and will summon a protean that's known as an Ementesh, which is a serpentine creature with a body of a snake, a humanoid torso, and a bird-like head and claws that can cast Break Enchantment. I'll post that spell just in Discord. Basically, if frees a victim from enchantments, transmutations, and curses, it's a caster level versus caster level check. So basically, the DC would be 11 plus the caster level of the effect, and I would roll 1d20 plus the caster level of the creature, which is 10.
She's not under any kind of effect.
Okay.
You use the spell.
Yep. And that would inform us that she's not under any of those spells, so we would be able to I would be able to let everyone know that we are dealing with a sane person.
And I will be in the background casting Mirage Arcana, which lets me create a very large illusion that affects only landscapes. And all I'm doing is moving trees, hills, and other natural terrain around. So that way anyone from outside this area has a hard time locating it via just landmarks. And then put a really big rock or a hill, since we can hide inside the illusions, it says right there. I just see. And it lasts for 15 hours, which will be all that we need. Illusion Wizard.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
But that's all I got.
I don't know if Merrick would have anything to say. I heard there's a lot of conversations already taking place.
Yeah.
I think Merrick's just exhausted.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of what to say, but other than what we asked before. So all I could think to say is Sophie would ask, so now that we're, at a point where there's no guns being held over our heads and you have nothing to lose at this point, why do you place so much faith in this queen that is clearly not in her right head at the very least, or corrupted at the very worst?
I swore an oath. No, it isn't that simple. I met her before all of this. She was 17 years old. A stranger. A child pretending she belonged in that palace. Everyone spoke about her. No one ever spoke to her. I pitied her. And that was the beginning.
So this is you're just so devoted, you're turning a blind eye to all of what's happening? That's all well and good, but you're literally sacrificing so many people in the city just to, again, at the best, serve to enforce her vanity and not anything else. and that's the best case scenario. I'm trying to think of what Sophia would like. You say that you pitied her because she was alone in this castle at 17 where nobody acknowledged her. But think of all the 17-year-olds, all the 2-year-olds, all the 5-year-olds that are in this city being subjected to whatever is going on. And like, regardless of whether you think so or not, she had a direct hand in spreading the plague that was in this city. She was working with the assassins that were helping spread the plague. The Red Mantis assassins that she still is employing, by the way. So she was spreading the plague, killing her own people. Like, my dad literally died trying to stop this, and you're trying to tell me that she has a plan for all of this. You have to see where you're going a little astray here.
Every night. Do you think I still don't see them? That I've forgotten a single face of someone that has died in this conflict? I stood at her side while physicians begged for aid. I watched mothers carry feverish children through the streets. I watched the dead hauled away by the wagon, everything you've seen. And I told myself there had to be a reason. One more day, an explanation, a chance for any of this to make sense. I guess, where is the line between protecting Corvosa or simply protecting the Queen?
I think the thing you're not understanding is I don't think you're protecting the Queen anymore. I don't think she is the Queen anymore. You have to understand, this crown is more than what we've just even explained to you. I believe, and I don't even think it's a belief. I think it's just a fact. Whatever is in that crown has replaced the Queen. So the Queen you care so deeply about, you have watched basically kill herself by using the power of this crown. At this point, you're looking at a walking corpse being puppeted by an evil entity in this crown. I'm not trying to just diminish your care of this person. I believe the person you care about is not with us any longer. And I know you know it too, and you're just afraid of it at this point.
In some sense, I understand your meaning. When I met the frightened girl who crossed the sea, the Queen who tried so desperately to prove she belonged, she is gone. But whoever speaks through that crown, it does remember her. It wears her face, it speaks with her voice. But perhaps it is not her.
Sophia doesn't really have anything else to add. She just kind of ends it with like, I know you want it too, but we just want the fighting to stop. It's hurting everybody. Again, like she like points at where like her dad, her illusionary dad would normally be beside her. My dad is dead because of actions of the Queen. I have a personal stake in this. I can't deny that, but my story is the same story that's going to be told around this entire city. It's already being told all around the city, and you're just at this point letting it happen. At what point are you no better than the queen? When are you going to make a stand? When everyone else is dead and it's just you and the queen left and her hordes of undead minions? When is the line? And I guess I should, at this point, after all this conversation, roll diplomacy.
All right.
I'm going to re-roll that. That's a 5. I'm going to have one more re-roll. But then me as a player, that's all I got. So.
All right. I just wonder, was there a day I still could have saved her? I stood beside her every day. I watched her laugh and mourn and become afraid and then angry. But the crown did change her. Perhaps that's just a lie I tell myself. Maybe the crown did not change her. Maybe it did replace her. But as I said, whatever sits upon that throne, it remembers everything she remembers. I just wonder when it was that she died.
As a curiosity, Michael, I was wondering if I might be able to roll a knowledge. If we do kill the queen and we're able to destroy the entity that's in said crown or anything like that, could I be able to possibly revive said queen without the corruption of the crown affecting her any longer? Like, I wouldn't say this out loud, but like, would it be something I could figure out? And if that's the case, could I use that as a bargaining chip for this woman?
I was just about to say that, Richard,
roll,
like out of character,
Arcana.
knowing that it's the cursed item, could like pitch that of, hey, your queen still may be your queen. She's just being corrupted by this crown. Let's get rid of the crown.
Yeah. Like, I'm probably gonna say it regardless, but this is like a thought she's having, and she's trying to think of if there's an actual like basis for this.
I know a guy who does resurrections.
I can literally summon things that can
Hey,
raise
I
dead
mean,
at this level, so
seriously, we can just say whatever we want to say, you know?
yeah. But Sophia's better when she's telling truths because she has no bluff.
Mm-hmm.
Or she does, but it's not nearly as good as her diplomacy. So
This is where Gombo had to explain to me I'm a very bad bluff player character.
You are an honest soul, Cope, and that's something I
Yeah,
like
yeah.
about you.
Keep petting my head and say bless you.
bless your heart.
Oh, bless your heart.
But yeah, I imagine I don't know too much with a 23 Arcana.
It might be possible, though there is still a blurry line between how much is Kazavon's influence and the Queen's. Surely she still made some of the choices before the crown fully consumed her, and those choices had horrific consequences. But
So
perhaps the ability to get rid of the influence is there.
So Sophia would talk to her like, I don't know how possible it is, and quite frankly, I don't think there's any going back from everything she did. So there would have to be some repercussions. But say hypothetically we were able to beat her and break her free from the influence of the crown, and hypothetically I could bring her back maybe without something that would keep her from being a threat, and you were to secret her away in the night to live a new life, away from the crown, away from responsibilities. It's a possibility. I can't say I can guarantee it, but it's a chance if you're willing to work with us. I will swear upon my dad and my mother and every family member I have that I will make the attempt. But we can't do anything until we get her free from the crown and get it dealt with.
You can't. I know. You can't promise me. I've spent months telling myself that the next day would be different, that the next conversation I had would reach her, that I could buy some kind of time. I don't know if I have the strength to believe in one more impossible thing.
Man, I really want to say something about don't believe in that, believe in me that believes in you. But I don't know how that would work in this conversation. I just know the reference.
But if she truly is, you don't even get that reference. But if she truly is still in there, then I've abandoned her.
Shardra puts a hand on the lady's shoulder with just way too much body weight, but she's trying.
I've spoken to you all I can about our situation and your situation. The decision is ultimately yours, but we want to make things better. We don't want to make things worse, and it's just going to get worse if we don't do something.
If there is even the smallest chance that the woman I swore my life to protect still exists, then I owe her one last attempt at saving.
Meanwhile, Sophia's not doing it out loud because it's all her internal thing. She's just fist pumping her in the air in her head. It's like, yeah, got one. That's 2 for 2 today.
Lil O's on the ground eating crackers.
Which is a little thimble of whiskey.
If you break the crown's hold and she's truly herself again, then I will take her. I will take her somewhere no throne can find her. No one will be asking anything more of her. But understand this. If the woman that wakes up is not Iliosa, I will be the one to end it. I owe her that much too.
That's fair enough.
I mean, even if it isn't Eliostra, you don't have to end it. There are alternatives.
Dude, poison pill. You had the negotiation done.
Listen,
he's not even there. He's asleep, remember?
Oh, no.
You did the illusion, I know.
I'm just muttering and stuff. Everyone knows he's a sourpuss.
Oh, yeah.
Like, come on.
It's like in real life.
Full out of character, if this does work and we get to the end and we're able to revive her, she's going to get revived without her eyes, just so if she does come back to the thing again, she can't threaten us. At least not for a long time.
Oh, well, I have 2 vials of the water from the river Styx. One gulp and you forget who you are.
Oh, that works too. That's actually even better.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. That's what I was saying. Even if she's not the her she was before, I'm like one sippy, and she's back to basics.
Actually, I like your idea a lot better.
I mean, it's kind of fucked up.
That's a way better, actually.
DM, you didn't hear any of this.
No, not a little bit.
I didn't hear what?
What?
Hear what?
Yeah,
what?
exactly.
No, that like I know Theobald's like a sourpuss, but that was like, hey, I got 2 vials of memory or racy juice. You guys just go start a new life somewhere else as new people. Run away from your problems.
Men
I
in
mean,
Black
works for everyone
style.
else.
It's done wonders for me. I haven't seen my wife in 2 years, and my niece fucking hates me.
All going up Barrow Walker, apparently, because apparently your name is still Barrow Walker on the bottom, by the way. Like how everyone's name is different, but you're still Barrow Walker.
Right.
I see Theobald.
Do you? Because I just see Barrow
Yeah,
Walker under his
and-
name. I'm
No,
talking about on the
that-
like the
Everybody
map.
to the
out.
top.
We're at about 10 p.m. Another session with combat successfully subverted.
Mhm.
Yeah, that happens
Yeah.
sometimes.
Fucking murked that dragon. I can't believe
Yeah.
that worked.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we got an illusionist wizard, another wizard, and we're pretty good at diplomacy. I like it.
Mhm.
I mean, at this point, we're at the end game stuff. The high level stuff gets kind of like this a lot. To be
Mhm.
fair, the amount of things you circumvented in the combats in Rune Lords in Book 6, you guys were able to mitigate quite a bit of combat. Not even
mean,
with diplomacy, just doing certain choices.
Travel. Yeah.
I mean, this might just be personal preference, but I much prefer a 1 in 20 die roll instantly ending combat rather than 2.5 real life hours of whacking away with hit points.
Yeah. Let's not say we circumvented combat. We slayed a dragon.
By a trickery and
In this
bullshit.
combat, we slayed a dragon with
Yeah,
2
I
die
guess in the
roll.
same way you can slay a Dark Souls boss by camping in and outside of its zone.
Okay.
Hey, a win's a win.
To be fair as hell here, Michael.
Takes an
The
RGM.
only thing that the Mindscape thing did it just didn't give it 1 round to attack us. There's a hypothetical world where round 1 of combat, Theobald casts Phantasmal Killer and he eats it anyway. Because my
There's a
bullshit
theoretical
before that.
round where it cast Phantasmal Killer on you before you can do it.
Oh god, if he did that, one of us would have died.
That wouldn't have happened because my mind is super tough and cool.
But too bad it's a fortitude, isn't it?
No, the first one's will, and if you succeed
Okay,
it.
Will and then fortitude.
gotcha.
I
Oh yeah,
mean,
no, the
if
fortitude I'd be smoked, but the will I have a good chance.
you use it, you abuse it.
Yeah, my base will save without tapping a hero point is plus 17.
Oh, yeah,
So
You guys have fought like multiple NPCs with Phantasmal Killer as a spell.
I think this was the first one that actually slew, right?
This is the first time I've ever seen that spell kill in any
This is
game.
the
no,
first
no,
time
Yeah.
in any
killed-
of our games, I think Phantasmal Killer has worked.
No, I killed a random Red Mantis assassin
Oh,
way
right.
earlier in the campaign when it was just Kira and I fighting, and that's
And
easy
he's
to
like
forget.
under the bridge.
No, that's when you guys were in the like you were
Sphere.
getting the sphere. You were having a vision, and you guys were getting the brand,
Mm.
and it was just Kira and I because we were like, yeah, we're not touching that, and then.
Yeah.
Us and the Shawanti got jumped by Red Mantis, and I stepped out from a shadow and just like Phantasmal Killer, and that actually managed to get a mook.
Right.
Not as memorable as one-shotting a dragon, to be
Yeah.
fair, because those rolls were just. I mean, the natural 1 on the first one, and then only because I rolled a 32 on Resilient Illusion did his 13 plus 18 fail.
Yeah.
Also, to be clear,
Failed by
Theobald,
one.
he had a 16 will save. You have a 17. It's pretty much just as likely he kills you. with
I know that's why I was making a cartoonish joke, Michael, about that would never happen.
Not a chance.
Me?
Wink,
Come
wink,
on.
wink.
Very likely
No.
for either of you if you
No.
rolled a 1.